before you change the topic, wait, I like to stick here. So you made a comment on one of our episodes that we were not going to win no more than how many games? Do you remember
One,
that?
one.
And we didn't win any. Why did you make that comment?
You guys don't have the talent.
Ooh.
Slap in your face, BIGNATE.
No, no,
Have
no.
that.
Yeah, I was just breaking that down because remember that whole thing came up with we weren't going to win no game. We won get no more than one, and you were right. We won
I was right.
zero.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
so that's why I was asking you why you said that, and it led to us
I
talking
gave
about
them
talent.
2.
Yeah, CG said two. I was hoping for four.
You live in an alternate world. Whatever mushrooms you are taking, give me some of that too.
So you and CG were better off odds than mine. So yeah.
I gave one because accidents do happen. So
Welcome back to the channel, US Cricket Talk. It's your boy CG the Genius, and I'm here with my boy BIGNATE Cricket. Why am I messing up the intro? I've been doing this for so long, and I'm messing up the intro.
He's
But how are
nervous.
you? No, what do you mean by nervous? This is all natural. How are you doing
Alright.
tonight, BIGNATE?
So far so good. Can't complain. Cricket, lovely cricket. Let's go.
Why you didn't play any match this weekend, man? You're just sitting at home.
So I decided to spend some time with the family this weekend and take a break. And I only play certain games, the top teams, and then I relax for the playoffs. Give other
Oh,
people opportunities to play. Spread the
and
wealth.
and then you worry about, oh, I'm not on this list. Oh, I'm
It's
not.
all good. Look, if I wanted to be on that list, I'll just make sure I play more than 3 games every season, and I'll probably be on that list. But it's all good though.
Okay,
We'll
Mr.
have fun
Confident. Okay,
all day, every day.
but tonight we have a very spicy guest. He's been saying that anytime he comes onto the platform, it's gonna be a different thing because he's not holding back anything. He spicy on the cricket pitch,
Yes, sir.
spicy. Everything he does is spicy. Everyone knows that.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Do they
Yeah.
finish the introduction, sir?
All right, so yes, like CG was saying, we got a special guest for you guys tonight. Very passionate cricket player, friend, captain of the Orlando Knight Riders. He's here today on episode 15, and he's here to let it all out. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna talk cricket, lovely cricket. Well, please welcome Suman.
Bachuari. No, I butchered his name. Sir, pronounce your last name for us.
It make me sound like Andre Fletcher, the Spice Man.
Yeah, there we go. The Spice Man is here. The Central Florida Spice Man, Suman.
Thank you guys. First and foremost, CG, thank you for what you guys are doing, especially recording the games, bringing attention to cricket. As we know that professional sport in Central Florida sucks in any aspect that you can think of. Anyway, so at least people like you, what you guys are doing for the recreational part of the game, it's pretty nice, to see perspective of other players. And I'm gonna come down to one of the people that you did bring in, Hayden Walsh, later on in the show. When we talk about another player and his role in developing him. But it's amazing, man, what you guys are doing. And CG, you, Rocky Patel, Ali Rajpur, the fact that you guys are putting in the effort to go record the games, even when you are not playing, editing it, adding in the spices to it, with the commentary. It's amazing, man. I mean, even if, I've heard this, oh, this is kind of over the top and stuff like that. Who gives a damn? Do it. It's entertainment. But it's amazing. So, thank you. Honored to be here. And let it flow. But first and foremost, hold on. Before you guys say anything, I have a question for you. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed that humble pie last night, both of you, about your damn predictions.
Well, we have CG to blame.
No, every time I make, you remember I'm saying I didn't want to make any predictions because
Mhm.
every time I make a prediction against Suman team, I always coming out on the bad side. When I was with Palm Bay, we made predictions and same thing happened, but it was a good match. To be honest, when I didn't feel any way losing the match because it was a great game, close. So both teams were trying their best at any point in the match. Like the other team could have win, but it kept going back and forth. And yeah, it was a good game. This is
Except,
one of the times I lose when I don't like. Yeah, we tried. We were trying our best, and we know on another day we could have taken it.
but let me correct you. Most of it is right. But let me correct you for a second. At any point in the time, the game was even, except when I was batting with Shubham. That time it
Ooh.
looked like the game was going to be over in 10 overs.
Wow.
Yeah, well. They started good, and guess who had to break up
Bro,
that
I'm
party?
messing with you. I'm messing with you. You wanted entertainment. I'm here to provide it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just,
I know.
but man, to be very honest,
That's all we about, man.
but
But how
yesterday,
do you pronounce your last name? I get it sometimes, and sometimes I mess it up.
Bhattacharjee.
Oh, I never get it right then.
That's all right.
I'm
So
just gonna call you
so
Suman.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
good
yeah,
enough.
Suban,
But
that's
Keep
man,
the
it
best.
simple.
yeah, that
Yeah.
game was too close, man. Too close for comfort. It's like swinging like a damn pendulum. But you know, the best part about this is when you play a game, against, like, when the captain is Adrian or Dimitri or Nasir. It's like, that there is going to be even if it's going to be a competitive game, it's going to be a clean game. That's the one thing that I have noticed playing cricket here for this long, that these three captains, like, it's a lot to learn from, not just their the way they play the game. It's also the their behavior on the field.
Mm. Yes.
Definitely, man.
Well, for the fans that's joining us, we're talking about that game that played between these two guys here. As you know, CG plays for Orlando Cricket Club and Suman plays for Orlando Knight Riders, and they had a clash this weekend. And on our last episode, we made prediction of who was going to win. And myself and CG had Orlando Cricket Club winning, and Suman has the last laugh, as you see there on the screen.
Yeah, down to the final ball, and
Wow.
they didn't even get to make the runs themselves. We decided to give it to them.
We
Oh, was
gave
it a
you guys
wide?
33 runs, 33 extras,
Yeah,
33
Woo!
extras.
Wow, that's a
yeah.
lot of extras.
It's all up. How much extras did we give up?
7-8 something. You guys are disciplined, man. We
Oh,
gave 5-run penalty for time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
that game was crazy then. Y'all got time penalties and 33
yeah, man.
extras?
I'm telling you,
Wow.
it has everything. Plus, Islanders came over there, so
Oh boy, the spectators, the Islanders
everything.
spectators.
And the support was ridiculous. It's like from one side, Orlando was like, pretty quiet yesterday, and Islanders going crazy. Presser was there, his brother was there.
I
Uh,
can't wait to see the video. I can't wait to see this video,
Avik was
CG.
there, Sundar was there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was a fun environment. I'll tell you really something funny about the game yesterday. So I umpired the game in the morning, right? So it was really hot, so I umpired the game. Then I fielded. We fielded first. I bowled 4 overs at the top. Then fielded 20 overs. So when I came to bat after the first over, it was Bunny who bowled first. So one last ball I pulled a ball for a 4, but then I couldn't move my front leg, my left leg. I couldn't move it. My calves on my hamstring was gone. So I was batting with Shubham Pote, and so I go and tell him, I'm like, Shubham, I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna send somebody, and I cannot bat. My front foot is gone.
Wow.
Now, think about his response. This is like how confident the guy is, right? And this is how, like, you can see how people think. I don't have this level of confidence. He goes like, "Hey, don't worry, just play off the back foot." He's like, Why do you need front foot where you have the bat?
Wow.
That's
He was confident.
man. That's I mean it brushes off of you, and then he takes a single and gives me, and then Brian Coombs balls. I hit the next ball of a six, first ball, in the front foot. But it's nothing, man. When you really play with some of these players who are so much better than you, right? And I know that he's significantly better than me. It's like it just rubs off on you that like supreme confidence.
Confidence.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys see that when you are playing with the likes of Brian Gale and stuff, or
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's
You
just
see that all the time.
yeah. It's like okay, I know I'm not there, but if you can do it, let me try to do it. So
Yep.
and it works out. The ball that I got out, I actually got out in one of Goodlet's not so good balls. You
Oh
bowl.
wow.
Yeah, I mean it was a short ball. I could have, if I was fine, I would have pulled it for a 4 or a 6. He bowled a lot of good deliveries yesterday. Look at his statistic; it's pretty decent. He bowled. I was there. I saw him bowl the good balls, but I did not get out in one of the good balls.
No, I don't think it was one of my best because my run up wasn't clicking because there was
But
a lot
still,
of marks.
you
There was
bowled
a
well.
lot of different marks, and yeah, I was just talking about the first over.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Okay,
first
okay.
over. Yeah. So after that, someone came and marked it because my shoes don't have any grip that much.
Wow.
But so how long have you been like playing in Central Florida? How long have you been like leading Night Riders?
The first year, the first couple of years, we played for Orange County Cricket Club, and then there's nothing to laugh. But all right,
No,
okay.
we're listening. We're listening. Go ahead.
Hey, if you got Hayden Walsh Jr. played for Orange County Cricket Club, so I don't think you guys have anything to laugh about. But
No,
anyway,
we're
so
listening.
I met some some really decent people there. But then again, there is a difference in philosophy, right? With Orange County Cricket Club, they are more of a really grassroots level cricket club. They're like, okay, everybody is getting a chance. We don't care about winning. Like you know, and it works to a certain extent. But I also want like look at some of my videos when I first came into this league. Man, I was barely holding the cricket bat well enough. There was so much I was playing cricket after so long. It required a lot of work to get to where I was. But I was not willing to put on the work for no just for playing not so good cricket. You know, by not so good I mean not to win. You know, so me and Kasun, you guys, I don't think CG knows Kasun, but Dune, you know Kasun, right?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
So me, Kasun, Marlon, Bharat, and then Shane Prasad, um, we Kevin Basdev, we formed Orlando Knight Riders,
Nice.
and yeah, man, and we are gonna come to this topic in a second. The goal was from day one that that there are two communities usually that play cricket in this community or in this country, the Indians or the South Asians and the Caribbeans. So to have a pretty decent mix of both, and that we did not see in any other club.
Oh.
It was just not there. So the people who formed this club from the get go, see Dune, you know everybody in that list that I just mentioned. So it was fun, man. It's a good experience, and then we won. I think the second time. The first time we went to the finals, we lost to Lions United. The second time we won the championship against Palm Bay. I think Goodell played that game.
Yeah, I played that game.
Yeah, in the final. Josiah and then Peshala won that game for us. They batted well. Uh, and then we went to the Premiership,
Premiership.
and then the first couple of seasons was pretty good. Last season was bad, but we have always been in the top four for the first couple of seasons, except for last season. And then now I feel like we have done our recruiting. We have some fantastic players.
Yeah.
There is a bowler by the name of, I mean, yesterday Goodlit felt him literally. His name
The fast bowler.
he got hit twice, I think.
Oh,
I didn't get hit.
tell me that, CG.
I didn't
You
get
didn't tell
hit.
me that.
We have the video for it, but
No, I didn't get hit.
No.
I have the video.
okay. I'm just, but I think he took your wicket, right? Or he didn't take it. No, I
No,
took
no,
your
it
wicket.
took
Yeah,
Adrian's. You took my wicket again.
yeah. No, I
The
think no. He
fast
got your
bowler.
wicket, but it was a no ball or a free hit,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
no
that.
ball.
So,
Yeah, yeah, free
yeah,
hit.
and you were
Yeah.
like swinging wildly. But he saw, like, it's an exceptional cricketer. There is another one that played yesterday. The bowler, the batsman who played uh,
Maksud.
with with Maksud at the very end. He's a
The
guy. Man.
legend Maksud, boy. Maksud's a legend.
Oh,
He's
Yeah,
a
he's a
local
Maksud.
legend.
legend.
He's
Maksud and Ashish are on a different level. But so we have a phenomenal team. I like a really good mix of people. Uh, and I think this team is finally coming together. It's just, and I think that the reason for us not performing is falls on me because I was playing kind of scared cricket. So to be more careful, and I was being too respectful towards bowlers or opponents and stuff like that on the field. This season is like you ain't getting none.
Yeah,
It's
you start off the season crazy. I
yeah,
already told you. You
yeah.
and you. This is the best I've ever seen you play. Like I told CG the last episode, this guy is batting like crazy, man. From ball one, and it's
There is no
working. It's
fear.
working.
No
Yeah,
fear.
it's
No
working.
fear.
You're giving your team that start in the power play, and it goes a long way. So whatever you're doing, man, keep it up, man. Keep it
and
up.
you know what I'm surprised about is the bowling. I bowled only properly, getting with a new ball only twice, and I got 4 wickets in 2 games. And last season also bowling worked out pretty well. Like the thing is, in batting it's pretty easy, right? Look, think about this: when you're playing with Shubham Pote, you have Kaushik after that, you have Maksud, you have Ashish.
Yeah.
Sometimes there will be a day when all of them fail, right?
Yeah.
There is another guy, Singit. He used to play here before. Watch him in the 35th. He was my wicketkeeper yesterday. Good lid. He stopped some phenomenal stops. When you have those players with you, right? It's one day they're all gonna fail and they're gonna be a collapse, which is okay. But 8 out of 10 times somebody will stand on the rear end, and
Definitely.
Yeah.
and so that gives me the confidence to go and start blasting from ball one. When you stop, I think the big problem with a lot of players is we kind of we attach ourselves with the results instead of the process. And as soon as you let go of the fear of failure, I think things work differently. For me, at least. I don't know about other people. Maybe other people are better off.
It's for everyone. It's for everyone. Because I think that's what's holding back most of my batting game. But talking about your team, when I started to play against you guys, I know that you guys had Shivnara and Shandapal for a couple seasons. What effect did he have on the team, if any? Like, what was it like?
Okay, so I say something, and this may sound a little arrogant. I'm the only captain to have actual cricketers in my team, which means Test cricketers. Okay, Test cricketers. If you don't play Test cricket, you are anyway. I'm joking, but both of them. There's two of them, right? Both father and son played for me in the same
Yeah.
team.
Brandon and Shiv.
Shiv, both of them. First and foremost, you kind of have to the experience. Shiv has won games single-handedly, mostly against you guys, CG.
Yep,
Um,
definitely.
so don't. A lot of the times I say, right, don't listen to what they say, but follow what they do, because what they say for you to do is gonna go over your head. The man has 12,000 test runs, 12 fucking thousand test runs, 12,000. But I mean, it's incredible to even think of that, right? So but then, then there are Brandon doing very good player, but when they explain something to you, it's kind of over your pay grade. You're like, yes, whatever saying, I'm kind of don't understand because this is too tough for me. So what you try to do is you emulate what they do, right? That's easier. You look at them, what they do, and you kind of like follow those simple things. And the one thing that I talk to Shiv on a regular basis very frequently, and I asked him that, hey, when I'm hitting the ball is going up in the air, blah blah blah, what's going on? And he said that, why are you looking at the ball? Okay, he's like, as soon as you hit the ball, don't put your head up. So what it means by that is my body was falling, right? If you are hitting the ball the way Andre Fletcher actually hits the ball, right? That no look shot is not much of a showmanship. It's a very fundamentally correct shot, because you are not letting your head fall when you're hitting the shot. So your head is very still. That's it. That's what he meant. He's like, why are you looking at the ball? Just keep your head still. Since then, I have doubled or tripled my six hitting abilities. So very fundamental changes, like little changes, right? At the end of the day, you still have to do the work. But the experience that I have for them is don't listen to what they say, follow what they do. If there was anything that I have to say, because they are way above our level of anything relating to anything.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a very good pointer because I can see how that would allow you to hit cleaner shots. But so you've been playing for a while and you know that these leagues that we play both in the South Division, because I play in the South Division as well, and they have a lot of individuals starting to record as well. But what I want to touch on, you know that this is like the leagues that they bring these players to go and play for the semi-professional or the professional teams, like the minor league, because that's the next stepping stone upwards before they, if they want to try to like make the USA, like they have to be playing in the minor league or some form of like some structured cricket. So I know you've been here a long time, longer than me. How you think that transition from the local league to the minor leagues to possible to the USA team is going?
Ah, boy, I was trying not to answer, get into this. Right.
why
Okay.
you seem just, come on man, answer the question, sir.
No, no, I will, but the thing is, okay.
There's a lot to answer, dude.
No,
Step
no, no,
by
it's not a
step,
lot
bits
to
and
answer.
pieces.
It's gonna offend quite a bit of people, but that's okay, no problem. Let's do it. So, so um, let's look at South Florida's cricket, right?
Mhm.
So let's start with Fort Lauderdale Lions. I am not sure why would they leave Ricky Nair out of that mix, right?
Woo.
Okay.
I ask that question a lot
Okay.
because woo.
There is
Go
We
another
ahead.
don't know
name.
the details. What if he doesn't want to play?
No, no, no. I don't know that. What did I say?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't
know.
know. We don't know. We don't
So I
know.
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
now, I mean, he's a Gator too, like me. So I know of him. And then there is another guy who's also a friend of mine, Anirban Majumdar. He also plays in that league, right?
Mhm.
So those two players can walk into Galaxy tomorrow, right? They'll walk into Galaxy, like if by quality, by just the quality alone. But are there a lot of players who play here be able to go and play in any other minor league team? Questionable. Now there. I'll tell you why the process here, and it's. I feel it's not right. So let's look at something like the NFL. Right? So NFL, what happens? The owners all get together, or the owners and the general manager get together. They form a scouting team, right? They go and form a scouting team, and they go to these different colleges. They see films, blah blah blah, whatever it is. They go and tell the player that, hey, we are thinking of drafting you, right? Now, if you're a player who know you are going to go in the top 2 rounds, your question is, why would I go to your team? Case in point, Eli Manning was drafted by San Diego Chargers. He refused to go play for them because he's like, this is a garbage team. I'm not going to play for you guys. I want to play for a team where with better market, right? So you think that, let's say that, the and like, in order to do that, you have to have a decent coach. You have to have a GM. You have to have a structure in place, right? Now, if you go and tell a player of any decent ability that, hey, I want you to come play in Orlando, right? The question is like, okay, who's coaching me? That's the first question that you're gonna get, right? And then when the answers are not there, it's like, no, I'm not gonna come play, uh, because there is what's there. How is my game gonna improve if we are expected to lose every single game? That's what happens when this team plays. Like a win is like, what the hell, you know? It's like that's a statistical anomaly. Like the expected result is losing. Like,
So before
woo,
you get to the results, we have to talk about the process of getting to the team.
yeah. So let me get to the. No, I'm telling you
Mhm.
the result because, like, if you go and tell somebody to come and play, they're gonna give you these questions, right? That why would we come? Like, who's coaching me? What is the facility that you have? What, like, where are we having the preparation? Like, of course the payment is there, and I'm gonna come to that, to the other side, like how some other teams do it in this way. How are you guys involving the community, like, so that when we play there is more than five people who are friends and family show up, and all five out of them four are paid. So like, so those questions are going to come, and then if you don't have satisfactory results, these guys who are willing to be professional cricketers, willing to put in the work day in and day out, they're going to say, no, I'm not going to play for you, please don't draft me, or if you draft me, I'm not going to play. Most players from here, or who are playing here, they are playing here because no other team will take them for the most part. There's gonna be a couple of other people. I saw some of them. Uh, like, I think that if you focus on fitness, Dune can be one of those players who can go play for other team. But I think family took over, priorities change in life, and the fact that you're not making much money, I totally understand that. uh, so it's not there, like, so the process is just not there. Like, it's like a cricketing purgatory for to play come play in Orlando. It's like, who are you playing with, who are you playing with in Galaxy who has a batting average of 40 with a strike rate of 140? Where is that player, okay, and that's one, right? Then there is another way to look at it, that we select only the grassroots player, right? The super grassroots player. Like, we select those 15, 16 to 25, 27, 28, like, that age range players. Okay, then where is the spinner, the ball Govin spinner that I did not give out for Adrian, like, the leg spinner? Where is Omesh Balgovin? Why are those kids not there? Why is Akhil Dodda not there? Uh, so there is a like, again, we can say whatever it is. At the end of the day, Galaxy is a private business. They can do what the hell ever they want, whatever the owners want.
So
Just
you think? So you think? So what you're saying? I'm tracking. What you're saying is they don't. You don't think it's organized well enough because they did send out the email prior to what is it, earlier in the year for trials, and they had over 80 people respond, and then they had the trials, and that's how they kind of narrowed down the players. You're saying that they didn't give enough chances for local players?
no. Okay, so Duned, like, building a team is not a 1 year process, right? When you are,
Nah.
again, I'm gonna go back at the NFL process. When you are drafting somebody by the likes of, hell, like, let's go to the top of the list since you're from Tampa Bay. Tom Brady. Let's say we're drafting Tom Brady with 199, right? Judging by the draft alone, you know that after the second year is going to be a free agent, correct? Now, are you willing to put in the work to tell him that, hey, this is your process? The first year you're going to suck, but we're not going to drop you, right? We are, again, I don't know that. I don't know the answer to these questions.
Mhm.
The first and the most important question is, where is this decision coming in, and how is there a qualified coach who's making this decision? If you don't, please don't take offense to that, if you don't have played, uh, there are two kinds of owners for the most part. One of them who are really savvy technically, um, like the guy who owns the Seattle Orcas, they own Microsoft. Or you have the Shah Rukh Khans who own the Knight Riders, Trinbago
Yeah,
Knight
but
Riders, all that stuff.
but
Now, one who has incredible amount of money to put in, and they bring in the best coaches. The other one has incredible glamour, so it's like amazing, like, visibility, right? And then, but all them have one thing in common: they don't get into the day to day of the business. They don't get in. One thing smart people know really well is that they don't know everything. So, so if you are bringing in Tom, Dick, and Harry to do selection process, like, who have never played first class cricket in their lives, and then, like, you are asking them to select, like, players who are going to go and face Raheem Cornwell on a given weekend. How the hell do you even know that what you are looking at in the bowler? Like, the one surprising decision, right? Last year, Dev Patel was selected, correct? He played what, 1 or 2 games at the most last year, right? After it was over, was there? We all know that the guy can play cricket. There's no doubt about
Yeah,
it.
very
So
good bowler.
yeah. So was there? So even if let's say that I don't know his statistics on the top of my head, I really don't follow that like that.
Mhm.
But was there a talk at the end of the season that, hey, I think you have the potential to come back next season? Stop playing cricket on this concrete pitches. Like, come to our place in wherever it is. Like, come and do all that. Like, practice on this pitch. This is your plan. This is what you should follow. This is a diet plan. This is your training plan you should follow. And we are going to stand by you. Was that conversation there? Did that ever happen with you?
So we don't know if that happened, especially last year. I didn't play last year, so I don't
So did
know
it happen to you
how
after
that
the first
happened.
season? Was something told to you that, hey, like, we are
No,
looking?
no, no, no.
So those are a lot of, like, lot of things that we don't know about. Are those questions there? Like, so I mean, the fact that he was not taken was a surprise, because after Sumit Sherawat, like, it's Dev Patel as a fast bowler, because Burton is new. So why, like, not to see him is a surprise, was a surprise to the team, and the guy is very young.
So you think the Galaxy's issues is not selecting the right people or not having the proper personnel in place when it comes to coaching and selection?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because that
And
from
lack of
what it was
technical
said,
expertise.
from what I was tracking, so Suman basically wants like a structure to attract better players so that they can compete to go further in the minor league. Because that's basically a summary. Because he's stating that what would make, like, for instance, maybe the established Steven Taylor or the other players that you might know in the minor league would want to come and play with Galaxy. But then
Yes.
the other way that I was looking at, because if they're trying to like build from the local leagues,
Mm-hmm.
like what do they want to promote and always
What we want to
push into
promote,
the
what we
front?
always talk
Yes,
about.
yeah, yes. So
Mhm.
I don't like that week 2 day trial thing. Because you can never judge a cricketer by just 2 days. So if you have someone monitoring the leagues, and you can know like even though I know that some persons don't play day in day out, but at least some of the games that they play, you can see their ability over a span of games or seasons. So you call up players. That's what I'm used to. Like in my country, you call up players that you think can make the team instead of having so many, and then you fine tune to what you need. I think that could be a better method, but as you said, they want to open it up to the public. But what your thoughts on that style?
That's the only way to develop a team that's not splurging, like, an insane amount of money. Yes, you again, like, the easier way is to bring in Rakim Cornwell. You're right. You were going to win 9 out of 10 games. You bring in Rakim Cornwell, but then there are. But it's true, right? It is true. And you guys have seen it firsthand better than me. Like, what
Yes,
like
we have. We we have.
hell.
Raheem Cornwall is one of my favorite players, and trust me, we could use his help.
But then
But go ahead.
there is a second way, right? The second way is, like, let's say that the second way is, first and foremost, again, before we go into players, who is doing the selection and what do they know about cricket? That is the most important factor, right? You cannot, like, in cricket or in any other specialized sport, if you don't have the skill to identify. Listen, man, you think these owners are stupid, that, like, of CPL or our IPL, that they are paying this ex cricketer so much money to come and coach? Like, what, they don't want to save the money they could by doing it themselves? No, they are smart or intelligent enough to know that they don't know it all. So they select this, like, the Shiv Chandra Pauls and the Brian Laras and the Saurav Gangulis or Ricky Pontings of the world to come do the job, because they know that we don't know how to hold a cricket bat. So let's not try to pretend to show what a cover drive on the up looks like,
So I got a
So
question for you. Last year they had Colin Quaff as the coach. So what's your thoughts on that? He's a professional player.
I mean, didn't the fitness of the entire team improve by, like, a significant margin?
Well, I didn't play last year, so I don't know. I'm
Was
just
was
saying he was there last year, so they brought in
okay.
qualified personnel. So what do you
Okay,
think
so
happened there?
like, are you expecting Colin Croft to be the magic lamp from Aladdin's genie?
No, 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 no.
Because
What I'm saying is,
no,
based on what you're saying,
no,
is
no, no.
you would
So
want to
I'm
have
coming
a.
to that. Nothing,
Mhm.
nothing happens overnight. If you tell him that, hey, like, you are given a 3 year period, like,
Oh, okay, got you.
you build these players up. You build up these players, right? Again, Colin Kraft, for all his like shenanigans that I've heard last year, whatever, whatever it may be,
Uh-huh.
the one thing is, the man is definitely qualified to play and understand cricket, more so than the so-called cricketers that play in FCC leagues. Like, who are criticizing him, right? They are not qualified to hold his jock strap. Let's be real about something.
Hmm.
So the man has played cricket. Now, if he's making you work harder and then you complain, oh, he's doing this, doing that, oh, you have a batting average of 10 with a strike rate of 25, you are not qualified to criticize Colin Croft. Shut the fuck up. That conversations don't happen, right? Now, if Colin Croft was given it, it's unfair to ask anybody to ask results right away. I'm gonna give you another name, right? If he gets the right kind of coaching within 2 years, he's gonna become a phenomenal cricketer. Umesh Balgovin, lefty from Chubby's team. From
Is that the pace bowler?
no,
No, that's the
that's his
opening.
brother. He's
The opening batsman. Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
opening
Yeah.
batsman. Like, the
If you watch
problem
my
is,
last video, you'll see him opening.
yeah, he did. And like, I saw him play. Now, what with Chubby's limited resources, because he just had a kid, so time is a valuable resource for Chubby right now. So I don't think he's spending as much coaching anymore with them. But to see every single one of those five brothers, like, it's like, and then you see Umesh Balgov, and you're like, why is more work not put into him? I mean, in local cricket, I feel like there's a cricket gatekeeping. It's the same people who are coaching, same people who are running this league, same people who are running
Yeah.
these teams, and none of them are qualified to even hold a cricket bat, right?
Mm.
They're just there by whatever means. So the scouting, and if Umesh Balgovin's father, I don't know, don't have the money to send him to one of these local coaching clinics or whatever nonsense you want to call it, then, like, he's not going to get picked up. But then what I did was, I had a video. I sent it to the coach of Stephen Wig, Coach Puru from India. So Puru saw his video. He's like, man, this guy can bat. I'm like, so he's like, how old is he? He goes like, oh, he's 17. I told him he's like 17. He goes like, after he turns 18, think about sending him to India, like, to get him the same coaching that Stephen Wig got. So we are thinking about that. Like, again, we'll figure a way out to come up with the money. And maybe, like, maybe even we cannot send him. I don't know what the situation is going to be after he turns 18. It's going to be another few months, but get him the coaching, because the guy clearly has the talent. And surprisingly, now I see his leg spinner brother. I'm like, wait a second, this one is also
All of them talented. All of them
That's crazy. I
talented.
only know. I
That's what I
only
was
know
gonna
the
say.
pace bowler. That's
No,
crazy. I
let
know
me
the
What is the
pace
say.
pace bowler?
bowler.
He played a season with you guys, right?
He played last year and then he
Yeah.
just disappeared. I
Yeah,
didn't
what's
see
his
him.
name? I
Oh,
forgot.
I saw him at one trials. He came to one trial. CG, remember that
Yeah.
one trial? He bowled and then we didn't see him again.
I think
What's
they
his
said he
name? I
moved to
keep
New
on
York
forgetting
or
his name.
something.
Is it
What's
All we
Kishan?
know,
Kishan?
yeah, some
Kishan.
Kishan. Yeah.
Kishan. There you go.
So the smallest one, he bowls good leg spin.
Yeah,
He does it both ways, and his action is repeatable, and he has good control for his young age.
yeah. He got
The other
Adrian's
one who
wicket, and I
bowls,
messed it up, man. I'm sorry. I was out.
it's because he's so small and he's meek. He's just a hey, how is that?
Yeah, he did not even appeal for it. So I'm like, I
He
didn't give
was
it
the
out.
only one appealing.
And
But
Adrian
if
came after the over, right? He came after the over. He was like, "Young man, you got this," and that was good to see.
yeah.
That was a class act from Adrian to see that.
Yeah, and even the other one who bowls medium pace, his length is good, and even the big bats, Jason don't want to face him because he got Jason wicket. But so all of them talented. So I just hope that something can happen for them because they have the age and the time to really make it far.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
and
good. Definitely.
I send these videos to Shiv too. So, like, I will try to have Shiv like look at them for next year's minor league in South Florida, because at least there they will get coaching and some access to some of the actual professional cricketers. Like
Okay,
so
so I
So
got a question.
what?
So how it? Go ahead, CG. Go ahead, CG. Go ahead.
No, no. So I was just gonna ask him like, where are they originally from? Like, are they Caribbean, Guyanese, or would you
I
know?
I think they're Guyanese. I don't know. They might be Trini. Like I don't really know um, that well. I know that Chubby is from Guyana, so I think it's only fair to assume they're Guyanese. But right now CPL is going on, so you don't want to make that mistake of assuming.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
You call somebody Trini and they're like, "Man, I'm Guyanese, bye," and you're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
my bad, bro."
Yeah. So I don't want to stray too far from the original topic, but I got a question though. So what CG was asking pretty much was your thoughts on how the structure looks when it goes from the local league to minor league. So we all know that we play in FCC, which is the Florida Cricket Conference, and there's also the Tampa Cricket Leagues, and they have the Winter League. So you have players down there. So the process would be that you're playing these leagues, you perform well, and then whenever you get a chance, if any team is having the trials, you'll go and you'll try out for the team. So based on that, you're saying that the Galaxy doesn't have a proper setup because wouldn't if they have 80 players combined between Central Florida going to the trials, you don't think that's proactive
because
by them?
no,
The
listen,
process
but
parts.
cricket is a sport where even if you can be the best player, one day or 2 day you can just be not showing up.
And I agree with that. But remember, we play all of our cricket on AstroTurf and concrete, and minor
There
league is
you go.
played on turf.
There you
So
go.
the transition from the local league to minor league is huge. It's not a joke. So yes, you could pick the players based on their local leagues and stats, but that doesn't translate up to minor league because when you get up there, it's a different ball game.
That
So if you
that
can't do it on the easier pitch, how you gonna do it on the harder one?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why they have the trials and they have it at the turf because they're trying to get you ready for minor league. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I know
You know
that.
what
I
I'm
know that.
saying?
But you have to still have who's doing it at a certain level or show the ability under easier playing conditions.
I'll give
listen.
you an example, right? What if and this is my best example. What if I'm the top scoring batsman in the FCC? What if I score the most runs, right? Do I automatically get a pick in
No,
the Orlando Galaxy team?
no, because we have seen the top scorers of FCC or Tampa. They do nothing in the minor league. They have not necessarily done anything in the minor league. So these are,
All
listen,
game.
for someone who, like, I have played in turf for like the first 50, maybe 12 years, like of my life, right? Uh, playing on turf, and playing on a pitch that we play in. This is not even the same game anymore. As much as we say it's cricket, blah blah blah, it's not the same game, right? Something happens on a playing on a turf that doesn't happen in the cement wicket. It's called seam, right? The ball does not seam in a cement wicket for more than a swing happens because of air, but seam doesn't happen. So there are very few players. Or again, another thing that happens is the spin, right? The ball spins very differently on a turf wicket. Look at what Amil Aponso did to you guys. Like he, oh fuck, that was carnage. And like, to see him was brutal. But then there is something called, look, the good players are the really thoughtful players who think about the game, wants to improve their game, will work on it, and they will figure out a way to mimic that, right? Like, I'll tell you, the one guy that I think is the most cerebral cricketer in FCC, who always is very process oriented. Maybe the results have not yet transferred, but I think Nasir Ahmed Khan from 22 yards. Like, I think at some point, like, if you really hear him talk, I think he overthinks processes. But at least it's in the right place. It's like, it's very methodical. He's always about like, how can I make this better instead of scoring runs here aimlessly and translating it there. Another guy who's very cerebral, like there are two of them in my team, Advait and Kaushik. Kaushik has a forgettable or had a forgettable last season, and he didn't get picked this year. But it's always the urge: how can I get better? Advait is also like a geek of the game. Duna, you, whenever we have spoken, there is always that aspect of the thinking side of cricket. Till you develop that, like you are not gonna like it's not gonna translate. If you really want to improve this young kids, like have them spend, if you are in Orlando, have them spend more time with you or Nasir, and make them learn how to solve problems better instead of going and mindlessly scoring runs. Or if you're in Tampa, reach out to, like maybe Roy Silva or Advait or this. There are people who are there, right? So first and foremost, this whole 2 day 80 people thing, it's not workable. Um, the season, like the season should start the day after this season ends. About, okay, we are retaining these players, and every week you guys are playing a game on turf, or like this and that, or you guys are coming and practicing on turf. These are the requirements, and you follow it. We are going to pick you. Otherwise, adios. If it's being told to a player like me or somebody like me, I'll say that, am I getting paid enough uh, to not have fun on a weekend and come get humiliated every Sunday on a turf pitch? The answer is no. I play cricket for fun and fun only. I'm not good enough to play professional cricket, which I know. So for me, no, like and that can be the case. Some people play for fun, some people play to be professionals, but the distinction has to be made. You cannot be just like, you cannot be like juggling between these two and pretend or and get better results. So I scored 100, and what it does, it I think it breeds selfish cricket here. Like you see, and there is something that I absolutely hate this behavior. There are some people who score, like, let's say 30, 40, 50 runs, right? And I call it the tail wagging syndrome. And they will immediately, like take a screenshot, upload it on Instagram and stuff like that, and then boom, it's like, oh look, God is great, or like or today was amazing, thanks to all my fans, and it's like, you're a grown up man. What do you want? Like, you want, like, oh look who's a good boy, Tommy is a good boy. What do you want to treat for it? Like, what are you doing when you're going? No, it really bothers me to see grown ass men act that way. Like, why are you putting in that in the local farmers league? You scored a 50. Congratulations. Go home. Go to sleep. So by doing this kind of, like, again, I have never seen Nasir do that. Like so like from a cerebral standpoint, that stands out, because if you tell him, hey, you scored a 50, he'll be like, yeah, I played 5 false shots. And I have done this. We had this conversation before, right? So you pick that up, right? You're like, okay, he's not worried about the runs he scored. He's worried about the process. And there are, like, it's like, you don't see Bhim George scored a 50 and post it on Instagram that, look, I'm the second
The
coming of Jesus.
legend, yeah, the legend Bim Jar. That's normal stuff, man. The legend.
Yeah, yeah. You don't see that. Like, like, but how many people are reaching out to Bhim George and asking him for advice? That, hey, man, from Shiv Chandrapal himself, right? He said that if it was not for, like some local politics and whatever, Bhim George was definitely going to play West Indies cricket. He was that good, right?
He was good. He played for USA too. He was good. He was good.
But how many people from local cricket leagues or local teams or even professional teams are reaching out to George and saying that, hey, I have this spinner, can you work on him? Or like, here
That
is,
we won't. That we won't know. We won't know what the management is doing,
no,
and
I
we
don't
won't
care about
know
what
what they're
Galaxy
doing.
management is doing. Like, I don't really care. Like, but I'm saying that how many young players are doing that? Like, we do a shit job in promoting people who are actually good. Like, again, like, the social media tail wagging syndrome has, like ruined this. We see everybody as a superstar who, like scored 30 runs on a weekend. We forget that there are giants who are just standing in the shadows because they don't really care about the spotlight anymore. Tim George will come, score a run, score runs, take wickets, take catches, drink a beer, go home. You know, like another nonchalant guy, Brian Gale. You know, like, look at the ease with his score runs, and it's like, okay, but then it's like, he's drinking, getting wasted. So till we involve these players, till we involve the right players or right people in the right with the right expertise, there is no chance of cricket going anywhere. Poor,
Yeah,
poor. Uh-huh.
no, I was just gonna say, the thing that is all common to all those players that you just mentioned. they play a lot of cricket. So
Yep.
it's just
First
normal
class
for
cricket.
them now.
Yeah.
So you have to give the young players, or some of them will get excited because they don't play at least quarter or 1/5 of the cricket that most of the
Okay,
other
fine.
guys play.
If you're over the age of 20 and you behave in that way, then something is wrong.
Nah, 20? Come on, man. Nah, man.
Listen,
20, you gotta be.
I know he was happy
Yeah.
when he scored 50 when he
Yeah,
was
I'm about to say
younger.
20. Nah, man. You
Dune,
gotta
Dune,
build
Dune,
something up.
Dune, Dune,
Wait.
you played for USA under 19. You have better pedigree than most of it. If you do this kind of stuff, you're fooling yourself.
No, it
Yeah,
depends on
but
the
what I'm
level of
saying
what
is
you're
a
they're
20
doing.
year old, yeah, a 20-year-old, 21. If you score 50, you want to post it up. It's 2024. Social media, TikTok,
And that's the
Instagram,
problem,
you
right?
gotta go with the flow.
That's the problem. What are you asking? Why are you like? What's the point of that? What are you trying to achieve? That I have
They
done it.
probably they
And
probably have dreams of hopefully somebody
see,
sees them
that's the
posting it
problem.
and
Like, no, no, no.
get a
It's not about
chance.
things. It's about. I'm telling you, it's a dog tail wagging syndrome. It's like, I have two dogs, right? They're right here. I don't know where they're right now. It's like that. Like every time I come home, they wag the tail and then do the tricks and stuff. Hey, give me a treat. And this sounds exactly like it. It's like, why are you wagging your tail? Go perform harder, man. Like, put your head down and do it. And
Yeah,
that's why.
I'm with them, man, because in this day and age, man, I mean, it's not like no, look, it's not like back in the day. Trust me, a lot of cricketers back in the day never had the opportunity
Okay,
to put
fine.
up
How
this
about we
kind
do
of
this? Okay,
platform.
how about we do this? So, if you are a young cricketer or you are a cricketer, you are allowed to do it as long as you are doing it in the big leagues too. How about that? Let's keep it. So,
Yeah,
if
but
you're performing in the big leagues and you're performing in the local leagues, then you get to act that. Or
but the
if you
thing
don't,
is, for a lot of younger guys here, like the big leagues for them is FCC or Tampa Cricket League or South Florida Cricket League. That's their big league. That's our big league
Because they
as a
know
local
they're not
cricketer.
going to the next step.
That's what I'm saying. So
The
for them,
chances
you
are
gotta,
limited.
so you are so
yeah.
so
Right,
basically,
for example,
you know what you guys watch soccer. Kylian Mbappe was playing for for in the French league. It's like at one point it's like he's too good for it, right? He's like, oh, I'm playing in the Farmers League. I want to go play in a better league. Where now he's playing for Real Madrid. So the point is, FCC cricket is a very what it does, that kind of behavior, it builds up false confidence that, hey, I scored a 50 against a team, like, which don't which there's a bunch of guys in their mid 50s who just want to come and drink beer and get away from their wives on a Sunday, who doesn't care about the results.
yeah, but
And
you know what? I can't give you that one because that's not the case in the Premiership division
there are
in
teams like that.
FCC.
There are teams like that.
Hey, the top 5 teams in our league. Tell me who is 50 playing. The top teams: Islanders,
Robert
Orlando Cricket
Presser,
Club,
Robert
Orlando
Presser,
Knight Riders.
Robert
When was
Presser.
the when was the last
No,
time
they
you see
don't. They
Robert
don't play
play?
when it's business time. They always
Thank
perform.
you.
Robert
That's
Presser
what I'm
played last week.
saying.
Yesterday Presser was playing.
Yes, but
It was not
another.
business time.
Thank you, CG. So what I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, this is not back in the day. These teams are getting more competitive, especially in the FCC, especially in Tampa. It's not the same old back in the day where it's a bunch of old guys on the team. You got to remember that.
So
A
tell me,
lot of young players.
so you see, that's why I'm telling you, it builds a false confidence, and then you are going to go play in a higher class of, like, like in minor league, and then you are like, oh shit, I posted and now I look like a fool.
Well, that's what me and CG had a conversation a couple episodes ago. The level, how do you bridge the gap between minor league and your local league? That's
Yes,
something that they got to work on because other
simple,
teams have it right.
plain turf, simple as that. That is going to solve
Exactly.
80% of your
So
problem.
all these other teams, these a majority of these top teams you see in the minor league, they have turf wickets and they're playing all the time. Look at the teams from Houston. Look at the teams from Chicago that got their own. Look at the 8 teams that made the playoffs. They all have that turf wicket in their background. And they all play, and they all got a bunch of good
What's the
players who
what's the
play
leg
on
spinner
turf.
from Baltimore Royals? The leg spinner guy that, like, got like 5 wickets in 5 balls against you guys.
I think that's the former IPL player. Isn't that Lada?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
his name is.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Ladder.
Yeah,
Lada.
former IPL player. I mean,
So,
that's a
so
superstar. He's been playing for years.
So one of these games, I was watching Lada bowl to Brian Gale in one of the games, and I have seen Brian Gill bat here, right? In local leagues here, right? He did not look the same. So
Yeah,
before you
but
go
wow,
further.
so that's what I'm saying.
go
Like,
ahead, go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you, right? The
Deal
level,
with something.
the leap of going from here to up, it's so ridiculous. It's I think most people overestimate themselves that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go there and perform and stuff like that. There is always this, oh, I didn't get selected because of this reason, whatever it is. But unless and until you are so specifically training and specifically working in this, like, on a turf wicket, you're not going to perform. It's just not possible.
What do you
So
saying,
It's just
CG?
not possible. But anyway, enough of minor league. Let's move on to the next
Well,
one.
hold on. Let me hear what
let
CG's
me
saying.
touch
Hold on,
one
hold
thing,
on. Mm.
because I'm watching it on the YouTube, the live streams, and
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm seeing if it's like broadcasting different than what is in like in real time when you're actually at the pitch or the stadium. But it just seems most of the times like the players are just not executing. Like it's not like they're getting beauties most of the times or they're getting outdone. It just seems like just moments of lapse in concentration or are just like they're just not doing what they normally would do. I'm not sure if they're like freezing up because it just seems as the others are just playing like regular basic cricket and trying to execute as best as possible. Like I'm new to the scene, so maybe you guys will watch it on the live streams and see it in real person. Cause most of the times, even when out I saw Brian Gale get, it was like he was trying to give himself room to chop a ball straight off the stumps. It wasn't the bowler who outdone him. He outdone himself.
It's
And
a
what I want to
build-up.
say,
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
so what I was going to say on that, like I've played against Delata. Like he's another level bowler. Lada, Alfonso, these guys are different levels. I mean, these guys are very experienced. They've bowled thousands of deliveries in practice, thousands of deliveries back home where they came from. First class. They play top cricket. So you're asking a local guy who's a local guy now, Brian, or any local player to go up against this guy. Obviously, it's not going to be as easy as you going to play locally in your league cricket. I mean, these guys are trained to move the ball anyhow they want, when they want, put it on the string. So you just gotta, try to figure out how to bridge the gap. So I'm not gonna put that blame on anybody else. We just got to try to figure out how to make that gap smaller.
But
To,
Dunit,
to go
this
this
is
thing.
this is we are not talking about just any player. This is a West Indies under 19 player, Brian Gill, and like
Yes.
he'll like like Brian Gill at any given time will destroy any bowling attack on these pitches. But the problem is what we are going back to the same thing over and over again, right? If you're not playing on turf, if you're not practicing on turf on a regular basis,
Exactly.
like I don't know South Florida cricket. I never really played there, but if you're not practicing on it, I don't care you're Brian Gill or you're Brian Lara. You are not performing. Like
Yeah.
it's just
And that's the
it's a
gap.
different
That's the
game.
gap we got to bridge.
It's a different game. The timing is different. The bowlers are different.
Yeah,
There's
we
a funny
understand that.
thing. Stephen Taylor, right? The guy who opened with Stephen Taylor, the right-handed bowler. There's a spinner that opened for Galaxy, and I don't know the guy. I never seen him, but decent bowler. I think it was an off spinner or leg spinner. Then he drove him over the cover for a 6-second ball. Right, I saw that, and I'm like, I don't see anybody in Galaxy have the skill to do it. It's just not there. And to say that, and now skill is not something inherent, right? You're not born with skill. I don't believe it. You can work on it. I mean, I'm the biggest example of it. I was the shittiest cricketer even 2 years ago. Not that I'm any good right now, but I'm better. But if you can work on those things, CJ, I promise you go and practice 3 hours a day on turf, like every single day today. Of course, it'll be easier for Dune because he has done it for a very long time. But you will be at a decent level to play next year. But again, are you practicing or you are like kind of like
Oh,
yeah,
goodly thought of this.
no. But you have that,
Good,
like
like retired.
No. But Goodlet, you have that urge, right? You have the want. You go and practice. You do go and practice on Saturdays, like to
Goodlet has
work
the
on your.
talent and Goodlet has the potential to play minor league cricket, but Goodlet said he's not worried about that.
Yeah, why would you?
Listen,
Why do you want to go and play, if South Florida selects you, good. Otherwise, why do you want to get humiliated? That's the only thing that's going to happen. You're going to get humiliated. But anyway, whatever. You are enjoying your game. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to go play it. If that's your decision, that's your decision. But unless and until you are playing on a turf wicket on a consistent basis and you're practicing like there is no tomorrow, you are no way in shape or form able to handle a professional cricketer.
so so how does the other states get to maintain their turf pitches? Like, who do they have to have persons who have that passion and who have the means to invest?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Look
so
at
I
Houston.
guess
Look at Dallas. Actually, ask CG. He knows about the Dallas and the Houston there, how they do it, man.
Yeah,
Even look at
especially
the
Houston.
yeah, man, the Houston five fields. But I'll give you an example of something that I know very personally. So Stephen Wigg, right? He plays for Stallions, right? Um, Thankfully, that was a good decision for him to get out of the league. Thankfully,
Hmm.
look who's playing with. He's look who's his opening bowling partner and his practice partner is Jesse Singh, right? So Jesse Singh showed up in Major League this year. He was bowling close to 140s. So so they start practicing like I think couple of months before, and it's cold as hell, right? So it's all indoor practice, right? And but they have a structure to their practice. There's a lot of fielding that involves. There is a lot of fitness. I mean, Stephen Wigg is probably the best fielder that I've ever played with. He's incredible in that. But what it does, it builds but and he knows that he got hurt this year, right? And he set out the first two games, but he was never scared that his place is going to go away because the owners told him that when you come back, the position is yours, right? So when that happens, when they have that kind of relationship, then with your with your teammates or with the owners, it immediately is like yes, I'll do everything for you. Yesterday in a minor league game, Stephen Wigg bowled 3 overs for 5 runs. I called him today. I'm like, Stephen, is this real or are you playing video games? He was like, no, it's real. So
Nice.
3 over 5 runs in a minor league game on turf. So, but then he was not this good, of course, when he came in. But they groomed him. Jesse Singh was there, all these guys, they helped him out. In Orlando, there is, or I don't know about Lauderdale, but I don't think there is that. I don't think there is a level of expertise to groom young players, and I don't think there is a coaching there. So
So,
it's just,
question for
but
you.
huh?
Go ahead, CG.
yeah, we're still strayed away from it a little bit. So Dune,
Uh-huh.
when are you gonna get rich and build the turf pitches, man?
That ain't happening no time soon. That ain't happening no time soon. Look, listen.
So man, we're
Orlando
rich
got
friends, man.
hold on. Orlando Galaxy has a turf wicket in Groveland, Florida, called the OCG, the Orlando Cricket Ground, right?
So why are you guys not practicing
And
this?
well, I'm about to say you brought up a good topic, and that's something that I mentioned to them before as well. Is we should be playing at that field, just like you said, from now on till next year. They got to figure it out who they're going to retain. They got to start from now on. They got to start practicing there and playing there, so that by the time minor league comes around next year, they have the practice, the rotation, the structure, the training, everything. So when it gets there, it's not the 2-day trial that CG talked about. It's actual build up process and possibly have games there.
I mean,
But
that's how every other team does it. I mean, there is nothing.
ex-
There's nothing like
yeah,
it's
so
not
we're gonna have
groundbreaking.
we're gonna have Suman reach out to Galaxy and pitch those ideas.
Hell, fucking.
Because you can already see the talent. Like cricket is a sport. You can see the talent by just a couple games,
See, man, like
so you can
That's
pick
true.
and develop.
my involvement in this is going to be this much. If I see somebody who has talent, I will figure out a way to facilitate that. I'll get them in touch with the right people because if I know the one thing that I know, that I know what I don't know. So, but I also know people who do know. So my job is to facilitate that.
So your job is to put the right people with the right people in the right places and let it happen. Got you.
All right, so let me change the topic a little bit.
Hold on,
So
before you change the topic, wait. I like to stick here. So you made a comment on one of our episodes that we were not gonna win no more than how many games? Do you remember
One,
that?
one.
And we didn't win any. Why did you make that comment?
You guys don't have the talent.
Ooh.
slap in your face, big name.
No, no,
Have
no.
that.
I am
What?
I'm being serious. You guys don't have the talent to compete. You don't.
I think we do have the
You
talent.
mean they don't have the talent or they don't have the preparation?
The
'Cause
talent. The talent
And the
is
the
structure.
talent. Oh.
So you don't think the players that they have out there are talented? Think about it. Remember, talent, skills is different. So you're saying the 18 players that they selected that you don't think they have the talent to win a game?
no.
Interesting.
You know,
I disagree.
name
disagree.
11 of the players. Maybe you don't remember all the players.
He
No,
knows the
I did
players.
the
He
ones that
knows
I
the
don't know.
players.
The ones that I don't know, and I really don't care. Like
He knows the players.
No,
Look,
I don't. I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them. But there's one player I would say. Okay, so because I told you, right? My favorite player in Orlando. If you tell me that, hey, tomorrow you're gonna go and you have to switch your position with this one player. Who's this gonna be? I have, and everybody will verify that for you. There is one player that I've always said is, and this guy is the only player who statistically have performed in minor league. Maybe not this season. I didn't see him play much, but every other season he's the only standout performer. Now, who is that? Sumit Sherawat. Okay, so
there's
now,
no batters.
Man, Suman, if you don't get off, man, with that, you, man, I don't believe that. You talking.
Okay, let me
you're
finish.
saying
I
you're
thought he was
saying
gonna say
something
Nazir because you said you
I
gave
thought he was
Nazir a
gonna
lot
say
of
Nazir
props.
too, right?
No.
So you're telling me that
Hold
the
on.
only
Let me finish.
talented player on the Orlando
No.
Galaxy
I didn't say
is
talented. I did not say talented.
Hold on.
Hear me again carefully.
Let me listen.
Oh my God.
If history is a guide that who has performed, I'm going by historical evidence, right? That who has performed at that level. The only player who has performed consistently at that level is Sumit Sherawat. Okay, consistently. He was the third or the fourth highest wicket taker in the league last season,
I think he was second.
okay.
Go ahead.
Even better.
Yeah,
So,
he tied with somebody.
so no
So
other
hold on.
player. No. Let me finish, and I will come to your questions in a second. So apart from that, no one. No. So listen to my process. Listen to how I'm coming to this. So apart from that, nobody batting wise has done anything to be in the top 10 or top 15, and bowling wise, nobody has done anything. Now, can a player be better? Yes, they have. A player can definitely be more talented if they last season they scored with an average of 10 and strike rate of 45, but they go to that place that you're talking about in Groveland and they practice 5 times a week. Absolutely, they are going to be better, and they will have the talent to play and the skill to play. Talent is just like talent and skill. I think they are very interchangeable in cricket. Now, my question to you is, which of the players have done that to deserve this recognition?
But
So
based on
yeah,
what,
CG, go ahead.
based on what you were, because I'm following everything that you're saying. You were stating that Nazir has a thought process and he's more focused on the perfectionist. So, but yet you say that having that thought process is still not enough. He doesn't have what it takes.
But again, what does history say? Has he gotten the chance to go and practice at the turf wicket 5 times or 2 times a week? Has he
Well,
gotten?
you see, I'm not talking about
That's
that
where
part.
that's why you have to see where they have like
No.
so listen, the talent is where
Listen, the process can be there, but the process can always also not materialize as skills, right?
Yes, we understand that, though, but I'm
Okay,
not
so-
running from the point that
So
you said there's no talent.
Right now, from what evidence has been, the only person who has stood out as a performer is Sumit Sherawat, right? The only
Nah, man.
That's-
Go ahead. That's your opinion, but go ahead.
I'm just going by statistics. Hell, he got Rakim Cornwall's wicket. I don't know what the umpire was thinking. Rakim puts his bat up, umpire is like, not out. I'm like, what? Like even the commentators couldn't believe that. So
Yeah,
that
but go ahead. Mhm.
that happened, and he was second highest wicket. So at least there is the evidence that this guy can perform. With Nasir, there is a process, there is a thought process, there is this urge for improvement. Now there is another thing, which is talent plus opportunity, right? From when the opportunity standpoint, I don't know if Nasir was told by the management or by anybody, here is the keys to the place that we have a turf wicket, you go and practice and you can do it. Was it there?
Well, I don't know about that. But let me go back to your topic because you're talking to Big Nate right now. Big Nate is listening to what you
You
say.
didn't play last season. What are you talking
Listen,
about? You retired.
but I'm talking about this season. I'm talking about, you said there's no talent. That's why we were not going to win any games. I beg to differ. The team is full of talent. Full of talent. Talented players.
In
You
what?
didn't see who was, you didn't see who the wicketkeeper
What
was?
evidence do you have?
So,
What
I'm
evidence?
telling you.
What
So
evidence do you have? Tell
the
me.
opening batsman for the Galaxy is not talented.
Who's that?
Former USA player is not talented.
I told you I don't know the new players.
First, listen,
what I'm
listen. Hold
saying.
on,
So
hold on. No. That's you have to just define what is talent from skill, because maybe that's really confusing.
People who have
But
performed at the level, people who have belonged to that. Like I told you, you belong to that level, but you quit.
yeah, but I'm not even talking about me. When you're saying that you don't think we're going to win any games because nobody is talented, I gotta look at the team and say,
Okay.
yo,
So let's
there's
take up
18 players. So
the
you're saying out of
results.
the eight, wait, you're
Okay.
saying out of the 18 players that were selected, only one person stands out to you as talented is Sumit, based on your data or your statistics, is Sumit. And I'm here to tell you that's incorrect because we have Akeem Dotson, we have Dimitri, we have the youngsters who played. They're all talented. The
Okay,
opening batsman
Akeem
King
Dotson.
that play with him, I'm
So
just saying
Akeem Dotson.
there's talented players on the squad.
Okay, Akeem
I
Dotson.
don't think lack of talent is the reason
Okay,
why
Akeem
they
Dotson
didn't
last
win 4
season.
games.
Akeem Dotson, like what is this? How has he performed in the seasons prior in minor league? I don't know, but again, I don't know him. So, but one player cannot change. Dimitri has played how many seasons so far in minor league?
I think this was his third or second.
Okay, I think it's his fourth season.
Third. No, he didn't play the first year. I played the first
season
year. He wasn't
played
there the
for
first year.
First season he played for Empire State Titans.
Yeah, they said he came from another team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm talking about Orlando Galaxy. But go ahead.
my question is, like, as you are talking about Dimitri the bowler or Dimitri the batsman?
Dimitri's an all-rounder. He's an all-rounder.
Okay, an
He's
all-rounder.
not a batsman, and he's an off-spin bowler.
Okay, so as a batsman, again, is there enough evidence to show that in minor league that he can perform from the last 3 seasons?
Yes, there's evidence. He's had
what is
innings where he went out there and
No. What is? Let's pull up the statistics again. I don't like to be
you could pull it up, but remember, everything is not always statistics. Talent doesn't have to be based on statistics.
Performance. That is the last.
Wait, listen to what I'm saying.
That's where the lines are blurring. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's
Talented.
You can be talented and you still not perform.
Listen. If you said to me, the reason I said Galaxy wasn't going to win no game was based on players' performance the last couple of years, I could understand that. But when you say there's no talent, then I gotta argue that point because the team is talented.
That's okay. Okay.
Team is talented.
So Dimitri as a bowler is pretty decent in minor league. So far, Dimitri as a batsman, I don't have enough evidence that he belongs there.
Understandable, but he's talented. You can't say he's not talented.
Based on what?
What you mean? Based
Like
on his ability and his plans? Yes, talent.
Based this conversation I had with my teammates, Kaushik and Advait are there, right? And I told them the same thing, that till you guys perform, talent means nothing. It's just a
and that's that's a better statement. Talent is nothing until you perform.
Yeah,
because you can be talented and you don't perform.
It's easier to say that when you are constantly failing. It's easier to say that you don't have talent than to say that you have talent but that you are failing. I mean,
I can understand that too. Yeah, that works too. Because if you're always failing, how can you be talented?
Yeah. So that's
you can look at it like that too.
You can't look at it like that, but still you can.
No, listen. No, let's look at it. Look at it breaking down. If someone is always saying, "Oh, you can do this," and you never do it, You don't have
Yeah,
anything
you
to
could,
say that
but
your talent
So you
matriculated
don't.
into
So
something
there is.
else.
you
So
could
there.
still be talented. You could still be talented and not make it and not
So
win no
in that case,
games.
talent. So if talent is not connected to statistics, it becomes a meaningless word. Like one thing I'll tell you, right? I was very disappointed in seeing that Leslie Ido being dropped out, right? And I'll tell you,
Yeah, I was too.
and I will tell you why. Let's come to why. Like there's a thought process to it. I think he did not bat well last season in minor league, but I think that he showed promise as a bowler, right?
Yes, he did.
Now, for you to show that you have talent or you are not talented, you have to be given a certain amount of games and trust,
I
right?
believe in that as well.
So
Agreed.
so Leslie Hido, was he given enough of a leash to fail? Was he given that chance? I Again, you guys, you know that better than me. I don't think so.
Yeah, I
Again,
wasn't there last year, but I think he did well with the opportunities he got to bowl. He did very
there you
well.
go. So
I think
I
so.
was talking to him about that, and it was like like if you're talking about like it's local cricket, grassroots cricket, blah blah blah, whatever you want to say, then again, I'm not challenging this. I'm just questioning it. That if like when I'm asking this question, these are not rhetorical questions that look, they don't know anything. I'm asking this question really, that was he given a leash to fail? Like you guys know it better than me, so you say that yes, he has given a leash to fail. Good. So for
Yeah.
the other players who have, listen, if you have played 3-4 seasons and you really have not, if you really have not done anything with it in terms of statistics, then it becomes very questionable at that point, that what is motivating the decision to select you. And
Yeah.
again, I am speaking on for one player who I say that, again, I may be biased about Sumit. Like he's my favorite
Yes,
player.
yes, yes, yes,
Again,
yes.
I may be, but even if I'm biased, there is statistics to support me. The statistics
Got
do
you.
support me, and that's that's like, now was there now like, since we are talking about Sumit as a player, let's break that down. He'll be the first person to tell you that, like, I was talking to him right during the game. He was like, he was in Australia for like 3 months. He was like, my diet was shit, like everything. I don't know if he was at his fitness, like fully fit to play cricket this season. I don't know that. From what he said, he had a very stressful last 3 months. He went to India. He was working abroad, so things were rough for him. So like, but was there a talk with the management with him that, hey man, like you need
Yeah.
to do this?
Anything to do with management, we won't know. We won't
Okay.
know.
So,
You
so,
know.
so again, this
Yeah.
is not a rhetorical question. I'm genuinely asking these questions. That
Hmm.
these conversations need to be had. But again, it's hard for me to look past the fact that the man stood up and performed. He got those wickets. He showed
Got
glimpses of
you.
genius. Like look at the Unmuk Chand wicket last season, right? Like the ball went past Unmuk Chand's outside edge and hit his off stump. That's a dream ball. And I have not seen a lot of Galaxy players produce this kind of dream performance or
Yeah.
this kind of performances on turf wicket. You have done it the first season when he hits. I forgot who the bowler was. I was giving him hell for it, for two or three sixes at the very end. I
Oh
think
yeah, yeah.
somebody,
First year.
yeah.
Hmm.
So there are like flashes of that, but Sumit has done it on a more consistent basis than other people.
Got you, got you. Well, I just wanted to say that I do think the team is talented. What I think the problem is the they have to put a proper structure in place, and they got to put a proper selection panel in place when it comes to selecting the best 11 on the given day and the best matchup for the teams that we're going to play against.
Listen
That
to
what
me.
I think could be improved on. I have no doubt in my mind that these players are talented. We have they had over 7 youngsters on the team this year, and I am very impressed with
That's the
all of
great
them.
thing. That's
Shoaib, Part, Annie Root, Bhaskar, Bhavin, Sid, talented. These are all talented players. So
cool.
I'm
But
just giving
let's
I'm
even
just giving
mention.
my feedback after
Yeah,
you
yeah,
give your feedback.
I
That's
agree
what
to
I
that.
think. So in order for them to improve, which I will speak with management on, and we will have this topic, whether or not I play next year or not, they have to get a proper structure in place when it comes to selecting the best 11 to go out on that field for the matchup of that day, whether it
Okay,
be
Junaid,
Atlanta
we have
Fire,
we
Atlanta
have done
Lightning, or Morrisville.
we
Was it
have
Morrisville?
done
What,
we have
Raptors?
done
Raptors.
enough free analysis for the Galaxy. I don't think Galaxy is playing any of us. So let's. Let's
Yeah,
focus.
I was just breaking that down because remember that whole thing came up with we weren't going to win no game. We won get no more than one, and you were right. We won
I was right.
0.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
so that's why I was asking you why you said that, and it led to us
I
talking
gave
about
them
talent.
2.
Yeah, CG said 2. I was hoping for 4 for 4.
You live in an alternate world. Whatever mushrooms you are taking, give me some of that too.
So you and CG were better off odds than mine. So yeah.
I gave one because accidents do happen. So
All right.
Okay.
to be very
All
honest,
right. All right.
I want to see these guys, right? I want to see the ones that you said, the young guys. I want to see Dave Patel, right?
And
Like
King. I forgot King. Woo.
cool.
Yes.
But I want to see Dave Patel being more groomed. I want to see Akhil Doda being groomed. I want to see the Balgovin brothers being groomed. And I mean, if these guys are playing, hell, I'll show up in a Galaxy uniform to support you guys. And I have done that. Listen,
Yeah, you have first year. Come on, man. First year, you were there. I saw you first year.
and first year when you guys have 2 back-to-back games and management forgot that you guys needed food. I went and I bought food with my own money and got everybody fed. You do remember that, right?
Galaxy, man. We're gonna reach out to them.
No, I don't care. It's not that. It's just that, at the end of the day, I know a lot of you guys. I know you guys, and like Shabby is like, man, we are playing 2 games and we are not being fed. You know how Shabby, of course. I'm like, whoa, what? He's like, yeah, we just had some bananas. I'm like, okay. So somebody was making, I think it was Francis Jean. He was making some jerk chicken, and I'm like, hey, chicken for everybody. Let's do it. So I was doing that, and then you guys didn't. I don't know what happened. You guys, I think your 12th or 13th man was injured or whatever. So Bhavik was running water for you guys too, and that was another funny thing to see. So that you guys do have the support, but when like people do a good job at pushing the support away, instead by being when you put unqualified people in positions, they immediately start this whole we are holier than thou image. So that pushes people away. But there is support. I mean, when certain
No
players are
worries.
playing, there is going to be support there. Hey, I want you to succeed. Every time, I don't care if I'm working, I'm sleeping. When Stephen Wigg is playing, I am supporting the Stallions. I am there. I'm out.
Got you.
So, Suman, that was a huge spiel, man. You put it at Dunay. I said, Dunay getting serious. Dunay is a hard boy to get serious with.
Wait, as soon as he said Orlando Galaxy had no talent, I was like, wait, nah, I gotta sit up. I gotta sit up for this.
But enough of that. Let's get back to
Coach, I'll
our,
bring the checkbooks. I'll bring the checks and balances for that.
this man calling out everybody. But
Yeah.
I think I'm noticing in our local leagues, like I know umpiring is a difficult job, but I'm seeing where there's like a transition, like the regular umpires are not like umpiring. Like I'm not in the picture, so I don't know exactly what is happening. But I noticed that there's a lot of player umpiring going on.
The umpires kind of held us ransom. That happened a couple of years ago. That we want a pay raise, but we don't want to verify players. Listen, so let me clarify something. This all started with Shubham Pote last season, right? So Shubham, so
Right.
so let me start with, so Shubham apparently played 1 game or 2 game with Orlando, with Islanders, and they wanted to play him in the playoffs. So some team came and whined, or someone came and, oh, why are you guys playing him? Look, man, I don't give a damn. You bring Shubham Pote, you bring Rohit Sharma, you play.
Yeah.
That was my. I don't care. Let's play. So I'll tell you an example of something that happened a few years ago. So in, I think 2 seasons ago, we played Islanders twice in the regular season. We beat them twice, right?
Mhm.
Both time we chased 200 and up, we won. Now we play them in the semifinals or in Winter Haven, and then we lost that game. After the game, Errol Morrison comes and says that, hey, they played a player who was not eligible to play. What do you want me to do? I'm like, what? They played fair and square. Venkat and Kresser destroyed us. So I don't care about player eligibility. They won. That's how cricket is played. They didn't cheat on the field. Now, if cheat on the field, that's a different story. But they didn't. You guys played fair, hard cricket, and you guys absolutely manhandled us that day. So you know what? That's it. But so if I was asked this question, oh, Subham Pote, they're saying that he doesn't qualify. So what, man? Qualify him. He's just a player, another player. He's a good one, but he's just another player. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, don't you take pride in those kind of situations? Like, oh, we played against Shubham Pote. Like, I look forward to, like, I know that when we play Brian Gill, I'm like, oh shit, there you go again. But it's like you want those players to play. It makes you better. The Brian Gills, the Scots, them, right?
Yeah,
But
I
so that,
remember that it was the opposite team. It was the team that we were going to play in the playoffs, and
yeah,
they
whatever. I
they,
don't.
they made it look.
Yeah,
But what happened
let's.
was what happened was, just to give you some insight. I know you don't really care, but he played the game, and after he got out, he went to Tampa to play another game. I don't see a problem with it. I mean, if he leaves, we're short. Like, that should be an advantage to the other team, and I think that's where the miscommunication came from. But go ahead,
Again,
just
Dune, like,
wanted to
please
clarify.
understand. Who cares? I don't care.
Yeah,
However,
understandable.
so that's not like one of my priorities. If you guys are playing us in the playoff and you bring Shubham Pote, let's go. I didn't even know Shubham at the time, but you know what? Let's go. I see him play. I'm like, would love to play against him. Listen, man, like, we don't play for money here. Like, and we are time is fleeting very, very quickly. Soon enough, in the next 10 years, we are going to be like Cresser, limping.
Yes.
So the point is, every
We're
single game
already
that
limping.
yeah, man. Oh, fuck. Every single game that I play today, I want to play against the best players. It doesn't matter. Like, even if I lose, those are memories that I build. Those statistics that you take screenshot and you post it in your Instagram, those are not gonna mean shit. The memories of playing against these players are going to. So you want
And
the
the
best.
screenshots are going to remind you of the memories next year when it comes back on this day last year. No, I'm just going. Go ahead.
No, man, I have better things to do with my
I'm
life.
missing. Go ahead.
No,
Go
no, I
ahead.
know. But then there is another side to it. There are rules that exist for a reason, and the rules have been voted in. They are being.
Got you.
So if you ask me on a day that, oh, this, what is your opinion? Okay, play it. But if another team are following the rules and they come and complain, your hands are kind of tied because you are the one who set the rules. If
Yes,
you want
that's
to change
true.
it, now come and vote on it, right? We told the umpires that, hey, like, you guys have to do we're supposed to be checking everybody's IDs and make sure they are on the field, right? Now, to me, that's a bit excessive, but it was voted on, so it's a rule. So again, I know you are gonna laugh, and so did I. I laughed because it's absolutely juvenile, but it is what it is. So then the umpires were like, oh, they want an extra $20, $30, $40, and we're like, you don't even do your jobs well. You guys are poor in umpiring. You guys have, like, why does this excess comes from? So we decided to take the role and then experiment with, or the league decided to take this new set of umpires and have them umpire, self-serving or self umpire some of the games. To be very honest, I think it's a failed experiment for self-umpired games because there are some teams who will cheat no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's the main. That's one of the main problems with that. But go ahead.
The integrity.
Self-umpired games is gonna cheat. Listen, we ain't worried about Islanders cheating. We ain't worried about Orlando cheating. We ain't worried about 22 years cheating. But there are other teams who are going to cheat. All right. So the teams that have stayed here long enough knows that if you cheat once, it's gonna come back tenfold at you. So that fear is there, or that respect for other teams are there. But the teams that are newer, and even some older teams, I'm not gonna say any names, are going to cheat no matter what. So that's a problem. Some of these umpires also don't know the rules well enough to. I don't think they have gotten the training well enough. But I see there are some very good potentials. I feel I have umpired well. I think I've umpired decently, and I love umpiring because I get to see a lot of players, like, play. There are some teams, like, for example, Tigers, Daytona Tigers, whatever, the Tigers. Dennis is the captain of the team. I think they play the game really well, very fair. Like, no cheating, no. Bengal Tigers play with a lot of good spirit. Orlando Lions play with a lot of good spirit. Of course, when Adrian Thompson is on the field, um, Orlando CC plays an amazing game, clean game. I have never seen them without Adrian, so I will know otherwise. Um, when Nasir is on the field, 22 yards play clean cricket. Um, because so is and I mean Hido and Dimitri kind of captain the same way. So I have seen those things. Or there are teams who will take this lowest little technicality and then try to use that, and at that point you say you wanna just take your money and leave the league. I have the ability to say that. A lot of the umpires are scared to say such things, but I tell them that if that's what's bothering you, go screw.
So you touched on a little money thing a while ago. So I know there's a lot of fees to play on a Sunday, like match fees, referee fees, rent fees. Why do you think the prize money is so low?
So FCC FCC kind of goes on. FCC is a business, right? FCC is not a non-profit. FCC is a business, and FCC makes almost is every single year. And I saw these statements. Pretty much every single year goes on loss. Okay, the balls are kind of subsidized by Kunal. So let's put since we're talking about Galaxy and then now we're talking about this league, let's bring one person in, Kunal Patel. Okay, a lot of people I think gets rubbed by Kunal Patel the wrong way, because he's as a player he's very aggressive and he will curse you out. He will say things that you probably don't want to hear on the field. But Kunal Patel, for all his aggression and his misdoings on the field, does contribute a lot financially to local cricket. A lot, right? A lot of the people, whenever they're in personal trouble, he's there. But forget about all that. Let's come to the fact that the Kunal Patel subsidizes a decent amount for the balls. Um, FCC at the end of the day really doesn't make any money. You know, um, pretty much whatever you're paying to the umpires and you're paying to the ground goes to them directly, right? The umpires take the fees. The only thing FCC can or possibly can make money from is going to be your
Registration fee.
entry fee, registry fee. Four teams on the top and four teams from the bottom are not paying it, right? Because they have some kind of winning money that subsidizes it. So, or four teams, yeah. So they're paying like a couple of $100 here and there. So and some teams don't even pay. They just call and say we don't have the ability to pay. I'm not gonna say which team.
Wow.
So hold on. So the balls you said are given for free.
No,
Teams
they're
don't
not.
play.
No. He's saying that Kunal subsidizes the ball.
Kunal subsidizes. He's not paying for it for free. He's not giving it to us for free, but he subsidizes some of it.
So he helps offset the
So he helps out. And to be very honest with you, again, I asked Kunal one day, why do you like to be so disliked? Why cannot you, for all that he does? I think he doesn't get enough credit, but it is.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, Kunal is a very good local cricketer.
He's the president of this league. He's an absolute asshole of a cricketer, but he's a gem of a person.
Oh, you know him. I introduced you to him at trials, CG. Remember he was rolling the pitch on the roller?
So he plays cricket.
Well, I haven't seen him playing recently. Yeah, he used to play. Very good player. Yes, that's Kunal. I introduced you to him at the trials in the Orlando Cricket Ground.
Yeah, I remember him now.
So there are a lot of talks about forming alternate leagues and this and that, but for me, and people have asked me that, hey, would you come? For me to jump to an alternate league, I first have to have a one-on-one talk with Kunal first. That's the amount of respect I give them.
Yeah, all these alternate league, man. The league is fine, bro. It's not fine. There are cancerous elements to it. But again, for me to jump it, I will show Kunal the respect of talking to him first and seeing if. Yeah, but when you say cancerous elements, but we don't know the background to it. Like me and CG, we don't know what goes on.
There are people who are defunct people who kind of hold the league from growing. They kind of hold positions that they shouldn't be holding. They do. That again, it can be talked about later. Like
Okay.
those are private conversations, and but there is no process to those situations. I mean, uh, yes, there's a lot of things that can be done in a better way, and I mean the best way to do it is get involved. I don't think I'm leadership material, so I don't get involved. I'll do things for the league, but I don't think I think I'm too controversial to be in a leadership position. So I know I have doubts, and but people there's one guy that I really wanted him to get involved, but he kind of disappeared. His name is Kevin Basdeo. You know who that is?
Yeah, yeah.
I really wish that he could have. Thankfully, Ketan is in there. He's doing a fantastic job. Dave is there. I think from what I'm hearing, that he's doing a great job. So and he also has the right attitude to tell his own players off when they are And Ketan is the same exact way. When he got into the league, he was still playing for OKR, and I'll tell him something about the league, and he's like, "This is my decision. I play for you doesn't mean that you're I'm going to listen to you when it comes to the league." And I think that's the right attitude. Um,
Okay.
so I think there is a lot of good things. Chubby is there. That's a good influence especially when it comes to the younger players that he has developed. Um, so there's another guy who I also respect a lot in the committee, Priyesh Shah. I
Oh,
think
great.
I think people look up to him. I think he's a very respectable figure there. I think he should be taking more leadership roles. I think I don't know if he's shy or he doesn't have the time. I don't know. That's another very decent individual who so it should be but for anybody who complains about the league before anything, it's like, what are you doing to change it? Are you getting
What are you
involved?
doing to help? Got you. Get your hands up.
Yeah. So, and don't look for positions. Don't say that I want to be the president. Go and serve so much. People say that I want this guy as a president.
Got you. So, question for you. I don't want to stray too far off the topic, but so how much longer do you think we're going to have the self-serving umpires? Do you think we'll ever get the umpires back on board?
Not those umpires. I mean, those umpires, to be very honest, they said something that really, really upset me. When I was talking to them in the group, they said something that who said, one of the senior umpires, out of respect, I'll leave his name out of it. He said, "Who said I'm negotiating?" And after that, I told him to go fly a kite because I was given the so you are negotiating. Everything is a negotiation. Every relationship is negotiation.
Because
So
there
you
is
are.
some good umpires that we have in the league. So,
Yeah, Errol Morrison. I mean,
Quick
Errol
5 10.
Morrison, in my opinion, is the single best umpire in this league. Anvesh Achanta is there, who I think is incredibly good. He's an Indian guy, but he's from New Zealand. I think he's very
okay.
good. Judson Edwards is there, the one from Tampa.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
Eddie's very good too. We're going to get him
yeah,
on board one this
yeah.
episode.
So,
Get him on.
so these guys. There is another guy that you guys really haven't seen him much. He's a Sri Lankan guy. His last name is Balasuriya. He doesn't really umpire much anymore because I think his family have issues. Then there is Raju Patel. I think he's a great guy. Again, so I mean, nothing, man. It's very simple, right? Just look at the way Errol Morrison umpires and emulate that. I think Errol Morrison should be umpiring one game with every other umpire, and if everyone can emulate Errol,
Yeah, I like Arrow. Yeah.
man, he's the best umpire. There's hands down. So I'll tell you a funny story. When we played you guys that game that we lost in the semifinals, there's some decisions that one of the other umpires gave, and then the even if it's a right decision, people say, "Oh, this is stupid. This guy is corrupt." For Errol Morrison, even if he gives a wrong decision, people are like, "Oh, Errol gave the decision, so it must be right." It's a bias, right? It's a bias towards Errol, but it's a great respect towards Errol,
Yeah.
and I think he deserves every bit of it. So,
So does one person speak for all the umpires? Because if there's some good umpires like Errol and Edwards, like how does that work? Can't we get them to assist some of the
there
self-serving
was
umpires?
there was no transparency. That's what we are trying to solve right now.
Oh,
There
okay.
is no
Gotcha.
transparency to it. That how are you selecting games? Like if you have a match rating, like average match rating of 2.5, why are you going to a final to umpire?
Okay, got you.
So just because you're the
Okay.
president of the league, you decide that you want to go umpire but your match ratings are you're probably one of the worst match ratings ever. So. And there is also another thing, and I don't want to say it out of. I'm not gonna use any name because I don't have evidence. But there is also evidence that there are one or more umpires who throw away games for money.
Ooh, that's not good. Whoa,
This man in the
whoa.
loop.
Wow,
No,
that's not
but
good.
let me clarify something
Oh,
here.
holy
I don't have
smoke.
evidence for it. Okay, like
Mm.
this is things that there are things that me and other people.
Rumors that you're hearing in the background.
No, I have seen certain things, but it's very important not to take things out of context. To some
Got you. All right.
All right, so Dune, it's your time of the night, sir. Quick
Woo.
5 time.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give someone a quick 5, boy, because he sure gave us about 2 hours here, man, on this
Quick
episode.
5.
All right, let me see what I got for you.
I think the next topic is gonna be extremely touchy for a lot of people. Let's do it.
Next topic.
What are you thinking about, Suman?
Yeah, I'm listening. What are you thinking about?
You know, let's answer a question, or let's get into the topic of
Uh-oh.
why we are gonna bring Galaxy again. Okay, and
Oh, wow.
I'm
This
gonna ask
man
you.
have it for Galaxy.
Galaxy. Okay,
No, I'm gonna bring you something that is an off the field, not talent, but off the field.
Okay.
What is the single most important reason for Galaxy's failure?
You're asking me my
Yes.
opinion,
Yes.
or you think you
Yes,
know?
be quick. What is the single most important?
Structure.
Okay, and I will give you a different answer here. Social media reveals a lot about you, right? Or not just you, but people. Answer me this: why whenever we are looking at social media from Galaxy's, players, why are the South Asians and the Caribbean population who are playing in Galaxy always are not socializing together? Why is there a very distinct, difference in their meetings, or they are not meeting together, or they are not hanging out together? Why does that happen in the Galaxy?
I think that happens everywhere, not only in the
Yeah, it's
Galaxy.
just
That's been happening.
cultural difference.
That's been happening since
Okay.
I was playing on the
Got it.
13 all the way up.
Got it.
So let me hold on. I'm gonna give you a quick example, right? It's one of those things that it just happens. I try to figure it out. We pick a team of 18. It's 9 and 9, and after practice, it just happens. They just break off into the group. It just happens. I can't explain that.
Okay. So if you now here is something.
Mhm.
Name me a couple of Indian guys who hangs out, drinks beer, talk shit with the Caribbean people during the games that happens. Name me two people.
Locally, FCC.
Locally, yes.
Yeah, Sundar, Bhavin, yeah, we can go in Suman, yeah, like.
So you
regular.
gave 3 names, right? You gave 3 names.
You said a couple. Couple's 2. I gave you 3.
3,
Go ahead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's more too, but go ahead. I'm listening.
The ratio is very low, and for the Caribbean population, there is Goodlit. Of course, Goodlit usually, whenever I'm there, we are always chatting up, and I see that him and Rocky has a very good relationship too. And he's
I speak to a lot of them.
Yeah. Especially me. I talk to everybody, man.
No.
Go ahead.
But the question is, till that problem is resolved, till the and you say the name, I'm gonna bring up that to you. Who's the most race neutral person in this league? The most race neutral person, right? And it's my experience. Your experience may be different. In my opinion, we will have a much better league if every other person is like Bhavik Naik. Okay? And Bhavik goes, bro, I think all the Caribbeans call him Jamaican.
Yes.
Because he's always trying to curse Jamaican. In one of my videos, we record him, yeah, man, take up a chair, man.
Yeah. And remember, Bobby played for Orlando too, and he's that guy. But go ahead.
But the ease with which he allows himself, to go. I mean, that's a remarkable thing. Okay, and I observe quite a bit, and I don't see like South Asians don't try to bridge that gap. Now, in my team in Orlando Knight Riders, I try to, like, that's a team that I think does better than a lot of the other teams. But if you're a young player going to any other team and you see you are mostly predominantly South Asian, you should ask your team leadership that why don't we have more Caribbean people in the team? Is it because you are scared of, like, having somebody from another, like, background come here and challenge your captaincy? Trust me, like, these guys like Zach, for example, Guyana under 19 player, Tyron, you like, they don't necessarily, both of these players don't necessarily have the same cultural background as me. But when we are playing on the ground, like when we are on the field, and even now, even after, because now we are like, we know each other well enough. Bro, these guys, like, if they call in the middle of the night, we are there, right?
So you want to see a more mixed team
Oh,
in the league?
absolutely, and that will fix USA cricket in itself.
Cause guess what? You know they have like, oh, the Indian team. That's how some of the guys like
Yeah.
differentiate the teams.
The
So they're
Indian
like,
in the West Indian team, the
Yeah.
Pakistani team.
What do they say about Orlando Knight Riders? Tell me.
what do they
I
say
have
about
no
it?
idea. Yeah, I mean, I
No,
don't
it's
know.
just the
Orlando Knight
rebels.
Riders, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Like, I really, like, that's what that's a problem. Indian team really, like, Caribbean team really, like even some of the older people who are playing in this league for long enough make such stupid remarks about this whole race situation, and it's like how stupid can you be? Like, I'm not gonna again use any names, but I heard something that was fucking nauseating. Somebody, so Venkat came to play for Islanders, right?
Mhm.
So one of the senior players, I'm not taking names, and even if you call me, I'm not gonna give you the name. So it's just not right. You're like, oh, good that Venkat is playing with the Islanders because he fits in there. And the mention was about his skin complexion, right? Now, don't get me wrong, Venkat can be annoying as hell. He's
That's
extreme.
crazy.
Venkat can be very annoying as well. Like, me and him and got into arguments, but that was a fucked up remark, you know. And you will never see, like, there I think, and this happens, and I have heard offhanded comments like this even by in the Caribbean community, which like they're like, oh, they do this, and my question to that guy was, what the fuck do you even know about it? They do this. So we and again, it's such an uncomfortable topic, but we should be handling this. I think that every team should do their best to be able to get out of their comfort zone more, and get more players that challenge their thought process, their upbringing, what they know.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where, like I said, I see where you're going. I understand where you're coming from, but I think what it is people are gonna be more comfortable going to where they think the comfort is, if that makes sense. For
But
example, if you have a guy, I'm just giving you an example. If you have a guy from the Caribbean that moves over here or move from another state and he wants to play cricket, 10 times out of 10, he's going to rather go play with a team full of Caribbean players that, he can vibe with than go play with another team where he has to learn and try to figure out how to get along.
but
So
that
it's a touchy topic.
but again, like, these are jobs of us captains. For example, Tyron moved here, right? So he needed a job, so I found him a job. Hopefully there is another good job heading his way, so he doesn't have to worry about. So again, like, me as a captain, right? Me as a, like, what do I see? Like, again, don't get me wrong, he's hard as hell to manage because he's headstrong. If you tell him, hey, bowl, like, bowl stump to stump, that next ball, he's like, okay, man, no problem. Next ball, he bowls a bouncer. Anyway, so that's there. But the problem is dealing with that constant challenge, right? It makes me better. It's like, I don't, like, look, man, we all come from complicated, like, very uniform cultures from our home, right?
Different
We
cultures,
move,
different backgrounds.
no, but we move here because this country gives fairly equal opportunity to all.
Yes, melting
So
pot,
and you
everybody.
will mess it up, like, by being limited to your race. Like, how stupid are you? And to be very honest,
Mhm.
there are guys from the Caribbean community, like I said, the one guy that does it amazingly, and he's very very well liked in the Indian community. I see is Hido. Leslie Hido is like he goes plays in Tampa, and this guy's like, man, this guy is so awesome, and he reaches out, right? He has this the universal the likeness, like people like him, so that's there. Again, Bhavik Nai, I think, is the most like race neutral person out there. Like, if you say something like, messed up about somebody else's culture, and he will protest and he will stand up against his own kind to like kind of defend that. Like, we need, like, if there was like more people like Bhavik Nai, this league will be a much better league, so,
Got
and
to,
that
got
has to
to.
be
But it's
encouraged.
slowly getting there. It's slowly getting there
Yeah, I
because
think.
I
No,
think
Yeah, I think so.
I don't see that. Again, I don't see that. Like, I think these conversations we need to have more and more. Like, like bring Bhavik in one of those in this podcast. I mean, he's gonna
Look,
educate the hell out of you. He's gonna say shit that is like. Sometimes when I talk to Bhavik, right, I want to go and bang my head against a wall. I'm like,
I talk to Bavik all the time, man. We go back and forth, especially last year. So I do understand what you're saying. But go
but
ahead, CG.
what I meant by it's getting there because Orlando CC has the mixture too because we have Ash. He's a different race.
yes, yes, I see
You
that,
have
and
Tyrone.
We have Venkat. We had
Yeah, so
Shumam.
so and Islander
I
no
had Arjun. Yeah.
just in case have Satish and those persons. I'm not sure
Yep.
what
yeah,
culture is
but the
different.
goal is
Satish
like,
Babu.
but when Ashram spoke to me, right, he was like, oh man, I'm going to. I asked him, where are you going, the answer is Orlando. I'm like, you're good, man, you are going to a phenomenal captain. So,
Yeah, I think it's just based on the individual that's going. But like I said, that happens all the time.
but
And if they're
but
saying negative things and stuff, and you hear that, that's not good. I mean, that individual will have to deal with he have to deal with himself. But yeah, I mean, it's normal. Like, I've played everywhere. I played across this whole country, man. I've played with everybody.
so Dune,
I
like,
don't care who it is. We're gonna have a good time on the cricket field. Indian, Pakistan, Sri Lankan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. It don't matter where you from. If I'm there, we're gonna have a good time. I'm
but
gonna
you have
learn
played
something
enough.
from you. You're gonna learn something from me, and we're gonna have a good time. That's
Yeah,
all.
but you have played enough cricket to know that a lot of these
Yeah.
people are uncomfortable. Like, they will say something like that, right? Like, and you hear things like, oh, because that's how they do it. And you are like, okay, let's see how what the Caribbean is. You go all the way up from Haiti and DR to all the way down to Guyana. I don't know if Guyana is Caribbean. We can have the discussion another day. But some people say they are, some people say they don't. Whatever. So far, like, that's a huge, like, extremely diverse population. So for you to say something stupid as to, like, you make everybody uniform, it's a stupid, it's like
I
a,
mean,
it's an
that's the
imbecile comment.
individual.
It sound makes you sound like an imbecile.
Yeah,
So
that's for them.
so
Good.
no, no, no. But Dune, the job rests on people like you, CG, me. Like, we need to have that, like, the interaction even more and more to cut those. Like, if you go in like Galaxy next year, do your best. Like, try to not have the 9 and 9, and make sure that there is an
Oh yeah,
18.
I mean, that was just an example, bro. Like,
No, no,
if
no.
you
I know.
see, yeah, it's gonna naturally happen. But look, I talk to everybody, you know what I mean, and I
No, no,
hope
no. I'm not talking
everybody
about
else does
you.
it too.
I'm not talking about you
I
per
know,
se.
yeah, but
Since
it's
given the management is not going to do anything about it, it's it's upon the senior players to say that, hey, you know what, I don't want to team with somebody from my same background. I want to roommate with somebody from the Caribbean.
well, again, that's gonna be on management and the structure. But based on players, they're gonna naturally gravitate to who you are.
No, no, no,
I'm just giving you that side of
change
it.
this, make a make, like, a South Asian room with the Caribbean. You are going to see how quickly this dynamics change.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's 9 out of 10 times, if you pick a team of mixed players and you have them go practice and say break, watch what happens. It just naturally happens.
So at that time, it's time of the captain or the vice
Yeah,
captain to say that, cut this crap out. The
so
18 hangs out together.
yeah, that's cool. CG,
Yeah, it was it's your time again because
interesting. Yeah,
remember the
I'm gonna
quick
give
five
my
is how
quick
we end
five.
things.
Yes.
Okay,
So the
any more
quick five is
questions?
just 5 questions, and
Good.
you just give me your answer. First
Okay.
question to Suman: favorite bowler in the history of cricket?
Favorite bowler in the history of cricket?
Yes, your favorite bowler in the history of cricket.
Yeah, fuck. Can I?
Quick five, that's how it makes you feel.
Yes.
1-1. The man never asked you for 2-1.
Dale Steyn.
Dale Stein. Ooh,
It's
okay.
spicy. You could see why I like Del
Yeah,
Stein.
he likes that the feistiness. All right,
Ask
I
me
got
my
you.
favorite batsman, and you're gonna see even more.
No,
And
hold
that's the
on.
next question. That's the next question. Favorite batsman in the history of the game.
Favorite, and I'm not saying he's the best ever, but he's my favorite. Kevin Peterson.
You see
Wow.
again, explosiveness,
Yeah.
feisty,
Feisty, controversial,
flair,
and yeah,
flair.
flair.
There is something that I believe in. It's okay if I'm hated. If I'm controversial, as long as I'm not irrelevant, I'm good. Let's go.
All right. Number three,
Talk shit
favorite.
about me, but talk about me.
Number three, favorite cheat meal. Look at this guy.
Goat biryani with
What is
goat
it?
biryani with Guinness.
Ooh.
What is it? What is that?
It's a rice and goat mixed together, in a spicy dish. But you water that down with Guinness. Guinness, and anybody who drinks with me will tell you one thing, that in my veins there is no blood; it's only Guinness.
Wow.
So the Guinness, because the Guinness in Jamaica for us, is bitter. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
That's the one you drink too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I drink a
That
man's
means his
drink.
blood is purged.
Why do you ask for spicy questions, spicy answers, man? What do you think I was going? What do you think I was going to say? Michelob Ultra? Come on.
Wow. Wow. All right. Another one for you. What is your all right, let's go this one. Favorite all rounder in the history of cricket.
There has been only two all-rounders in the history of cricket, so it's between Sobers and Callis. Never seen Sobers play so Callis.
Ooh, Khaled, yo,
Callus.
boy, yo, Jack, that's a good answer, man. Khaled is my boy. He's good,
Yeah, man.
No.
but no Sobers, no Callus.
So let me quickly answer this question, okay? So, I'll explain upon it. An all-rounder is not somebody who can bowl a little bit, bat a little bit. No, an all-rounder is if you can select the guy purely as a batsman or purely as a bowler. Statistically, it's a difference between your batting and your bowling average. Sobers has a batting average, if I'm not mistaken, of 58, somewhere around there, 57, 58, if I'm not mistaken. So does Callis. And look at their wickets. So, Sobers, I have seen bits and pieces of him. Callis is, I have kind of followed his entire career. So, as much as there are other all-rounders, there are only two real all-rounders who can play as batsmen and bowlers. Sobers and Callis.
Wow.
Callis.
All right.
But if you say Sobers, there is
exceptional
no
or nothing.
Mhm.
Huh?
Exceptional or nothing. That's what's in your book.
Yeah. I mean, for example, if you ask me the favorite bowler, if I cannot select Stein, it's going to be Malcolm Marshall. But
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna throw a wrench in this one.
go for it.
Best batsman in FCC.
Brian Gale.
Ooh,
You saw how little time it took.
Trooper. Okay.
You saw how little time it took.
That was quick. Yeah, you didn't even hesitate on that one. Brian Gale. Nice.
There is no. I mean, again, I'm taking the professional. I'm taking Shiv out of it. I'm taking kind of him
I got
has
you.
not played in a long time.
It's
Currently,
your choice. I got you.
it's Gale and then everybody else.
Got you. Dang.
The sheer amount of
Quick fire with Saman. Spicy. He said Brian Gill so fast that when them boys see this, they're gonna be calling him.
you
Shout out to
give
Tuba.
respect when it's due. I will give you more. Who's the best bowler in FCC? Sumit Sherawat. Who's the best fielder in FCC? Dimitri Adams.
Nice.
Bastard
Akhil
studying
Gordon-
this league.
Yes.
What?
No, I said he's studying the
Right
league.
in the league. Well done.
best-
Shout out to
the
those
best
guys, man.
fielder.
FCC, man. Shout
The
out.
best fielder in the league, Akhil Dodda, might be a very close second to Dimitri Adams, but Dimitri Adams is more sound technically. So,
Nice.
best
you
overall
go.
cricketer in FCC, there is only one.
Overall cricketer.
Yeah, in FCC.
Shandapur?
No. I told you his name earlier.
Oh, no way. You think that? In FCC?
Overall cricketer.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
When you add the batsman and bowling, it's Sumit Sherawat.
Mm-hmm.
Sumit Sherawat against the final that you guys won against that they won against you guys. You guys are winning till he took Rohan Shields apart. He changed that game till Bhavik ran him out. But I think we don't give much credence to him as a batsman. Like as a bowler, he's a nightmare. Like again when he's fit, I don't
Yeah, but
know how.
when he goes off, so you can't never take that away from him.
Yeah, but
Everyone,
when he goes off in batting, he will change that game immediately. Like there is just this like he will go, he will play at the 200 strike rate. Like look, man, when we play 22 yards, which we are playing next week, the question is always very simple, right? Like as a batsman, other players are more than welcome to take my wicket. But if I were to go and want to dominate somebody, you know how you always want to take up the biggest guy in the room? It's going to be Sumit Sherawat.
all right. Well, since we extended our quick fire, CG predictions for the game: Orlando Knight Riders versus 22 Yards. Who you have winning this weekend? CG.
Who's do you have any idea of 22 yards gonna have
full team?
Full team.
Full team. Both
full
teams.
Team.
Full
Everybody.
Team. Yes. Come on, quick fire, CG. Let's go.
I'm not. Come on, let's bring out the spiciness. Bring out the spiciness.
Come on, man.
Listen.
You played against Suman last weekend.
Let me talk now, man. Give me a time to DJ. Let me get a time to DJ.
Okay.
So my thing was this: that I don't feel like 22 yards is always like the team that would dominate. It's just that they always collectively like tune in and somehow pushes over the line. Orlando Knight Riders, the team that they have now, they have like top, middle, and they have on the end. So I think they'll put up a good challenge. But I just think 22 yards gonna push across the line.
That's it.
They just always no. I'm not just giving a dry answer. I just think they always find some way to just go over the line. 22 yards.
That's an extremely right answer. Okay, Dune.
My prediction. So I'll make it short and sweet. So I know both teams. Right now, Suman's on fire. I said this on the last episode. The boy is batting better than I've ever seen him bat ever. Like he's striking a cricket ball crazy. Shubham, superb talent. They got a good squad. Legend Maksud, they're there. But at the end of the day, I gotta go. And Ashish. Of course, Ashish and Maksud and Kushi. Good squad. They got a good squad, and they played some good cricket last weekend, and they beat Orlando Cricket Club. But I'm going with 22 yards because they have the track record, and they have proven over the years that they know how to win. So that's my choice for this weekend. Nothing against Suman. It's going to be a good game, and I want it to be a good and close game like the Orlando Cricket Club and them. But I'm going to pick 22 yards. I'm going
Suman fire now, and I have to prove them wrong. But
I'm getting that fire in his
He started like he was going to go against the grain. So
I have two answers. I have two answers here. First of all, as let's say I'm an independent person, right, and I'm not the captain of Orlando Knight Riders. Mm-hmm. So the answer is the answer to this is that the one thing about 22 yards, and again, especially if Nasir is playing, they are the most disciplined team in this league. The most disciplined, right? How you say that they don't have the they don't, even if they don't have the firepower, whatever. And there is one guy who plays in the league in that team who I feel like isn't like I always say that that guy I don't see any weakness in his batting. He doesn't always score runs like big runs, but even if he scores at 20, it's like a gem to see. Kirtan Patel doesn't get any recognition from anybody.
Oh, but Kirtan forever. That boy is talent, man.
He has the cut shot. He loves that cut shot.
I mean, against pace, spin, of course, Nasir is there, Metul is there, and then Sumit is there. So if I am an independent, if I'm not affiliated with any of the teams. Of course, and the way 22 yards play on the field, they are absolutely the favorites. We are the underdogs. We it's on us to make it a game.
Yep.
Absolutely. But
And I
also that
feel you guys have the ability.
but
You
but
have the you
Yeah,
have more
22
than have
yards.
the ability to win it.
which also means that they have the pressure on them. We have nothing to lose. They
Gotcha.
have
Yep.
the
All right.
pressure on them. They are the players with the bigger names than us. They have the players with the bigger pedigree than us. So 2 years ago, no one knew who I am as a player. So let's not forget the pedigree they carry and the pedigree we carry. So so
Good
22
shit.
yards.
Good stuff. Looking
But
forward to next week
but
when I see the
but
results.
hold
I
on, hold
can't
on. I'm
wait.
not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Mhm.
Now, let me give you your answer. Let me give you the answer as the OKR captain. Right? We're gonna give them hell.
Yes,
All right.
fire.
We'll fight fire with fire. Let's
No,
put it
Got
that way.
I'm vouching for you. I want you guys doing, but
yeah.
Okay, so another
I just
question: who are you guys supporting, though?
I just tell you.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
we said
support
it.
us.
Yeah,
What about you?
I always try to go
Yeah,
for the underdogs.
What about
definitely.
you? What about you,
Hey,
Vinay?
I'm gonna support you guys all the way. I just gave my expert opinion.
That's okay.
I
That's
gave my
and
expert
that's perfectly
opinion,
okay. Yeah.
but of course I'm supporting you guys. Of course, I want you to give them help. You know that 22 yards know that I always want to beat them. So if we're not playing against them, I want them to lose. 22 yards, you know this. Bavik, you know this. Mitul, Sumit, Nazir, you know this. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to win. And if we see you
Oh
guys, it's
boy.
the same thing. Let's go, man.
I mean, you guys
Well,
have the number for the last couple of seasons. So.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna keep it going.
this man said he's winning 10 leagues in a row. We can't allow that.
As long as you guys have Brian Gill, you have nothing to fear.
Yo, I'm gonna let Trooper know that you're his biggest fan, man. We gotta get you and Trooper together, man. That's messing, man. But
I
yeah, go
respect
ahead.
I respect good cricket, man. And
Yeah, he's
he's
good. Top talent.
listen
See,
when you're taking Milan Jans out like the way he did last game, it tells me
yeah,
something.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean he knows so.
yeah.
Well,
All right,
Suman,
guys.
you definitely bring the sauce, the spice, and you
Yes.
came and shed your spoke your piece. So yeah, a lot of insights. Hopefully that the viewers and we can share this out so as much people can see it who are in the league and maybe it can reach who can make the difference. But yeah, definitely we're gonna always keep the entertainment coming, the fire coming.
Yep.
We might have a Suman part 2, 3, 4.
Yes, we definitely gonna bring him back.
Big Bhavik,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. He again.
If he and
You're gonna.
Bavik is on the panel, we'll
Yeah,
just
I'll
be
come.
sitting right
I'll come
here.
Like this,
absolutely.
yeah, like watch it, like
There's
whoa.
another guy. There's another guy that I will also mention, and people don't talk about him much because I mean he doesn't play cricket as much. That also is from the Caribbean, and he does a fantastic job. And he has been a friend in some of my darkest moments. Um, but he's also very astute, very well educated guy. Daryl Sukram, he plays in one of those teams, Alliance, I think. You know, and absolute gentleman, one of the most decent human beings you'll ever meet, but also very intelligent in his approach to problems, right? So if you tell him that, hey, I have this problem with, he's an architect, so I have this problem about cricket, or how do I solve it? Again, he doesn't play the game very much because he, of course, with his daughter and his family, but he will figure out a way to help. So, if you suggest Galaxy to hire somebody, as having a little bit of intelligence, that's going to be one of those people.
What
And
I'm what I'm gonna do is suggest that I'm gonna get you and Rahul Joshi on the podcast episode. That's what I'm gonna suggest.
I suggest that doesn't happen. What I will tell you really is to really just have those again with FCC to in any of these leagues, get involved, man, and go reach out to Daryl, tell him that, hey, come on the podcast, get more involved, get younger guys, force Dave Patel to be involved more, force Ketan to do more, Go out to the younger guys, like, get those ball gobins to come on the podcast and showcase their talent. Look, man, we like,
Exactly.
what, how much
Yeah.
talent do I have left? 3 4 5 years, like, that my cricket is done. But, like, the future has to be looked after, and, like, it's our job to identify who are those people who are the custodians.
Definitely, we're gonna identify them, give them the platform, and put them out there. That's what we're trying to do, man. Put a light on the local league, put a light on FCC. You know, CG the Genius does a great job of putting those videos out, and a lot of people who didn't know get a chance to look at the videos and see them, and
Make
then
sure,
hopefully
make
we
sure
talk
these
about
young
them and
kids know
spotlight
that
them.
it's performance first, and then those social media posts later.
Post it. All right, got you.
All right, guys. That
All
was
right, bless.
phenomenal
So
chatting with y'all.
until next time, remember to like, share, so that the video can go
Subscribe,
to more
subscribe.
persons. Definitely, and just stay tuned. Hopefully, Rocky is there to record that match, so we
He
can
will, he'll be there. You guys don't have a game this weekend?
No, we don't have a game,
All
but
right,
Yeah,
I'm
Rocky.
gonna be
we have
playing
one here.
cricket in South Division, so yeah, I'll still be doing something.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's it for episode 15, I think. Until next time, stay blessed. CG the Genius, Big Nate Suman. We all out.
Out. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Thank you.